At the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Welcome to White House Field as the Harbor Hawks travel to take on the Harwich Mariners. Hyannis Harbor Hawks will be wearing their blue jersey with the gray pants. And you look over to the other side in the third base dugout, it will be the Harwich Mariners in the cream on cream with the stirrups. Welcome you inside the booth. My name is Nico Sharp alongside Jacob Irons for the third matchup between the Mariners and the Harbor Hawks.
That should be a lot of fun. It's his favorite uniform combo. Nico Sharps is the Harwich Mariners in their home creams, but it's a big game for both these two teams. Harwich on a 4-game losing streak, lost a tough one on Sunday, lose 13-12 to Chatham. It was a game that they pretty much thought was put away until the very last minutes of the 9th inning when a 3-run bomb went over the wall from Michael Anderson. He's not in the lineup today for Harwich, but it was one of those plays that really was a heart sinker. At that point, they were on a 3-game losing streak. Felt like they were going to right the ship. For Hyannis, they're on a 2-game losing streak, trying to kick things off for 6 games in 6 days in the right way, Nico.
Yeah, you talk about these two teams who have their feet in quicksand here a little bit, trying to get going, trying to get out. You talk about the 4-game losing streak and the 2-game losing streak. Two teams in the middle of the pack in their respective divisions. Going to be a huge one here today. What have you seen these past few days in the losses with the Harbor Hawks?
I think for Hyannis, they had a tough loss on Katuitt, and beauty of Summer Bowl, put that one behind you. It doesn't mean anything anymore. You have to play in the present, have to play for this pitch at every moment in this game. And for them, Mitch Carricker preaches that so much throughout the year that I have to imagine that's what they have already instilled in this team up until this point as we reach the halfway point here at Game 20.
Yeah, it's a big game here. Just coming up on an off day. You got a chance to talk to Mitch Carricker before this game.
What'd you guys do?
We went to Martha's Vineyard as a family.
Nice.
So that was fun. It was a little warm out.
Yeah.
But explored the island a little bit, and then we had a nice team barbecue over at the Hyannis Fire Department. They did a nice little barbecue for the guys and us, and got to play some pickleball and some cornhole, and I got to even rappel off the building. It was pretty fun.
Rappel off the – hold on. Now we got to ask. Were you pretty good – can you rappel pretty well?
Well, as long as I have the whole fire department around me, I'm just fine.
Okay, that's pretty awesome. And now the bigger question, though. The intern team here at Hyannis, big pickleball lovers. How's your pickleball game?
You know, it's just okay. It's okay. Haven't played a whole lot. I feel like if I played a little bit more, I might be decent. But I just love being out there. It's a fun sport.
It's a very fun sport. Ask our own broadcaster, Nico Sharp. He likes to dot me up a little bit. But we come back here onto the field coming off a tough loss to Katuitt. How big was that off day for you guys just to get away from the diamond, reset, and get ready to go again?
Yeah, I think it was important for us. You know, especially it was really emotional at the end of that game. We felt really good going into that 9th inning, and it just didn't go our way. And, you know, we got a little frustrated with, you know, things that happened. And so I think it was good for us to kind of get away, get a breather, enjoy our family and friends that were in town. And have a little fun off the field, and now we're back here today and looking forward to a good one against Harwich.
You feel the team's refreshed and ready to go after it?
Yeah, I think so. Our BP was really good. The guys had some energy on the bus ride over, and so hopefully they're going to take that into the game with them today.
Go up against a Harwich team that's on a 4-game losing skid but has a lot of talent in their lineup. How do you overlook what they're going through right now just to really focus in on them?
Yeah, I think, understand what they do really well and then understand what we do really well. Try to focus on our strengths. With Galan getting the ball tonight, I think we like what we have going at the start, and then, hopefully our bullpen can continue a good start after that. Offensively, we just need to stay with what we've been doing. I think we've been doing a good job at the plate. So if we can play good defense and pitch, I like our chances.
You mentioned Galan. First start of the summer for him. Would you see that he could make that jump into that starting role?
Yeah, I think he's really comfortable on the mound. I think he's comfortable in this environment. He's pounded the strike zone, like we've said for a lot of guys that come out of the bullpen. Now that transition to the starter role is a little bit different, and so hopefully he can continue that success. I think the breaking ball is going to be a big key for him tonight.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Josie Broyles is standing by for more.
Sideline reporter Josie Broyles here with Cannon Peebles after his first week with the Hawks. I know you're coming off of a big national win. How was that really able to fuel you when kind of demonstrating your skill set on the field for the Hawks this summer?
I mean, it was good. It was very good momentum coming into the summer. There's not really much to it except for how exciting it was. I kind of packed my things up pretty quick. I didn't want to leave, but got up here pretty fast, and it's been fun.
Yeah, and I know you've been on the Cape here for a while, but it is your first week with Hyannis. How do you think you'll be a valuable player to the team, knowing your skill set and knowing what you need to improve on?
I think knowing what you need to improve on is huge, but, I'm just going to go out there and play my game and contribute to the team, and as cliche as it sounds, but that's the focus.
Yeah, and you kind of answered it, but do you have a really main specific goal that you want to kind of end off on when ending your time this summer?
I just want to focus on, getting better every day. Struggled a little bit this season, but, it's kind of about flushing that and moving on and kind of just carrying that momentum of winning a bunch of games into this season and having fun most of all.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Absolutely. Thank you.
Back here at White House Field, Harwich Mariners on the mound for them will be number 16, Ryan DeSanto. Leading off for the Harbor Hawks will be Kane Kepley. Second pitch to him is inside for a strike. Counts now 1-1.
DeSanto, the soon-to-be Penn State Nittany Lion, played this past year at St. Joe's.
Second pitch, slider out and away to the left-handed hitter, Kane Kepley.
So far, this Cape season's been really strong as 15 innings pitched, 10 hits, only has given up 2 runs. Both of them were earned, walked 3, struck out 8.
2-1 to Kepley, fastball missing glove side from the left-hander DeSanto.
And he has a whip under 1. He has a 0.87 whip coming into this contest. He's going to work primarily in the batter's box, doesn't have too much traffic behind him so far this Cape season.
3-1, big swing from Kane Kepley, sending it down the right field line, going foul. All knotted up here, 3-2.
For Kane Kepley coming off, pretty big game for him. He was 2 for 5 on Sunday with his first homer of the season at the moment, which that he hit the homer really felt like the proving run. Ultimately, it was Katua coming back to win in extra innings, 7-4.
3-2 count here to Kane Kepley. Left-hander Ryan DeSanto on the mound. Like you mentioned, has had a great start to his summer. His last start was against Wareham. Through 5 innings, only 3 hits, 1 earned run allowed. Kane Kepley, fastball, goes down swinging for out number 1.
Yeah, Kane Kepley trying to reach out for and a protection swing there. On a pitch that was on the outer part of the plate to the lefty. Tried to make barrel, just couldn't do it as it was a little too late on the understanding the pitch was coming in. First out here for DeSanto.
That'll bring up the Florida State Seminole, number 7, Alex Lodis. First pitch to him is a changeup down the middle for strike 1.
And for Lodis has been really solid since getting to Cape. Batting .448 through 9 games he's played. Really solid.
Left-hander DeSanto, fastball blows right by the bat of Lodis, quickly works up ahead in the count, 0-2. DeSanto going to be a fastball, changeup, slider, curve guy, has a 4-pitch arsenal. Lodis sending one to deep center field, reaching back will be Bristol Carter, just getting under it, and a long out number 2 for the Harbor Hawks. 2 outs here with Michael Detallo, the Patriot, due up.
Well, Matt Carter, let's meet the rest of the Mariners defense. It's Fator out in left field. Maldonado, the Northeastern Husky, in right. Ogden, McNulty, Kurland, and Scannell will round out the infield left to right. Heyman is the battery mate of DeSanto.
DBU Patriot, first pitch to him is a changeup. So far, back-to-back righties for the Harbor Hawks. And it's been DeSanto starting off the at-bats with 2 changeups.
Now working with his arsenal, trying to go with that off-speed pitch and his sequencing.
Back-to-back changeups, high fly ball to Cade Kurland at second base. And that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for the Harwich Mariners. DeSanto has a great first inning.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Back here for the bottom of the first. Harwich due up, and on the mound for the Harbor Hawks, it'll be number 42, Andres Galan, getting his first start of the summer. Seen a couple of those guys, such as Aaron Savory, get his first starts working out of the bullpens. 4th appearance for the Harbor Hawks thus far. But let's take a look on this Ferris wheel of the lineup for the Harwich Mariners.
Yeah, the Ferris wheel will start with Bristol Carter, the Auburn Tiger. He's in at center field. Cade Kurland, the second baseman and Florida product, stands in at second. Ryan Weingartner, the designated hitter from Penn State, is in at the 3-hole. Matt Scannell, a Wake Forest first baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Jake Ogden, Cam Maldonado, Luke Heyman round out with Vincent Fator and Sam McNulty. Boston College Eagle in shortstop for the Mariners. How 1 through 9 stacks up for the Mariners, looking to try and right the ship.
Andres Galan's first start for the Harbor Hawks this summer. So far, 4.66 ERA with 9 innings pitched. His last appearance was back against Falmouth, July 2nd. Came in relief for Ryan Dromboski. 3 1/3 innings pitched there, only 3 hits, 1 run allowed. First pitch to lead off Bristol.
Ability to pitch strikes and just hammer the zone, allow his defense to go to work like it does right there to Lodis.
Hard line drive straight to Lodis' glove side. And that's a 2-pitch for 1 out for Andres Galan.
That's what you want, especially in the starting role. Andres Galan want to pitch as few pitches as possible to try and extend. On the parking lot preview, had the opportunity to be the guest, talked about how Andres Galan, when he has the ability to pepper the zone, allow the defense to work, he could go length here in this start.
First pitch, the swinging from Cade Kurland, ground ball to Silva, throwing it across the diamond for out number 2.
2 outs, 3 pitches right now, Nico Sharp. That's what you want from Andre Escalon, and he's a ground ball eliciting pitcher, and it's a great play by Silva. Once again, in the hot corner, really has found a little bit of a spot for him right now in at third base, especially with Wallace Clark being released today, opening up that hot corner for Hyannis.
Yeah, with the Wallace Clark going in, this is a big one for Harbor Hawks fans. John Gazdar's last game today. So we talked about the infield depth that the Harbor Hawks have had so far. Expect the guys to continue to move around, but it's going to be less off days, more playing time for these guys. Second pitch to Weingartner, fouled off, 1-1.
And one guy you can expect to get back in, as he's had a first half that's been on again, off again, has been Eric Snow. Now with John Gazdar leaving, opens that spot up for his house brother.
1-1, slider missing, glove side from the right-hander Galan. Eric Snow's a guy who every single chance he's gotten, he's been in the mix, playing a lot of second base for the Harbor Hawks thus far. It's a guy who's been swinging it well, leads the team in batting average. Fastball missing up in the zone, 2-1 count.
3-1 here for Galan. Just going to have to try and find something onto the outer part of the zone on the righty.
And a big swing there from Weingartner, sending to left field. Josh Tate goes and one hops the wall, rounding first base, and it will be a stand-up 2-out double for Ryan Weingartner.
Yeah, Weingartner coming in, 6 in on-base percentage so far this summer on the Cape, and shows just right there why he's able to piece one up and get one behind Tate to bounce off the wall and off the fence. Snuck it in behind him. White House Field, an expansive outfield, 330 down the left field corner, 330 down the right field corner with 400 to center. It is a big outfield that's going to require a lot of speed and distance from your outfielders.
But that's what happens when you work behind in counts. Mitch Carrico always talks about throwing strikes. When you allow these hitters, first pitch to Matt Scannell, curveball, stays up in the zone, ball 1. But that's something Carrico talks about, getting early strikes. And when you work behind in counts, you let these hitters get in hitters' counts, they get their A swing off, and we saw one right there. Matt Scannell, due up, playing first base today, hitting 167 thus far. This will be his 14th game. 1 home run already for him this far. Left-handed batter in the box, fastball down in the zone at 90 miles per hour for strike 1.
And for Scannell, he's trying to take advantage. A runner in scoring position for the Mariners early here in this first.
1-1. Foul ball straight back. 1-2 here with 2 outs. Scannell, the left-handed batter in the box from Princeton. Hit 277 this past spring, under 43 games played. The high leg kick and the delivery. Slider down the zone, fouled straight back. Jackson West working towards the backstop, runs out of room. We'll do it again at 1-2.
And we talk about it at McKeon Park, but here at White House Field, just as much foul territory as McKeon Park. Pretty expansive both down the left field and right field lines, as well as behind home plate. I think this is the deepest ballpark on the Cape for how far the plate sits back from the backstop here at the fence. So Jackson West is going to have a lot to handle.
The 1-2 delivery, breaking ball down in the dirt, taken. Jackson West keeping it in front of him, keeping Weingartner at second base. And Irons, to your point, a lot of backstop here and chain link fence. It's not going to be brick. It's not going to bounce off. So these aggressive base runners can look for 1 and maybe 2 on a pass ball. Drop third strikes could play a huge factor. The catcher can't keep it in front of him. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2s are hot here at White House Field. A hard line drive up the middle. Rounding third and scoring will be Ryan Weingartner. And the Harwich Mariners strike first with that RBI single from Matt Scannell.
Scannell just puts it deep to the right side of the infield, out of the reach of Gazdar. to right center field. Groves was quickly to it, but there's no point in risking advancing Scannell to second. He just throws it into Lodice at second to prevent Scannell from advancing into scoring position. Harbor Hawks looking for one more out here.
All hits, back-to-back hits there with 2 outs. 2-out rally for the Mariners. First pitch, the third baseman Jake Ogden down in the zone. It's going to be working from behind the count. It's going to be so important for the pitchers for the Harbor Hawks, not allowing these hitters to get into hitters' counts. 1-0. Scannell steals, thrown down over to John. John gets behind him, but staying at second base with Kepley coming in. And it's a stolen base for Matt Scannell.
Yeah, Scannell on the move, and for the Mariners, both Hyannis and the Mariners are very similar in how they play baseball. So Hyannis coming in third in stolen base with 37, while the Mariners fourth with 33, now grabbing their 34th with Scannell grabbing that bag.
2-0, another hitter's counts for the Mariners. Slider just catching the inside part of the plate, 2-1.
And for Scannell, got 2 outs with 3 pitches, was working ahead in counts. Struggle here now against Weingartner, and Scannell has himself in a favor here to Ogden.
The runner in scoring position. Big swing as Gallant pulls the string. Jake Ogden so far this summer, 11 RBIs. Here with the speedy Scannell over at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs once again here in White House Field.
For Ogden batting .258 so far this summer.
2-2 delivery, breaking ball down in the dirt, just able to get some wood on and keep this at-bat alive is Ogden.
Yeah, fouled it right back into the glove of West, but popped out of his catcher's mitt, making contact with the dirt there to keep Ogden in the box and keep this half inning going.
Silva over at third base, playing down the line. Lodi's playing straight up. John Gazdar holding the runner at second base, and Tatalo playing straight up at first base. The next 2-2, hard line drive. Working backwards is Kepley, and getting under it for out number 3. But the Harwich Mariners have a 2-out rally and scratch one across. And it's 1-0 as we head to the top of the second.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Back here for an overcast top of the second inning. Duo for the Harbor Hawks will be John Gazdar, Eric Snow, and Jackson West.
Yeah, John Gazdar, like we alluded to a little bit before today's game. Final game in the Harbor Hawks blue and orange before he prepares himself to hear his name called in the draft that's coming up on Sunday. Really excited for him. He's going to go back down to Tennessee, then get right back up to see his family be able to expend a once-in-a-lifetime moment with them as he hears his name called.
First pitch is another changeup. That's another first pitch changeup to these right-handed hitters. That's how DeSanto wants to get ahead. He's going to pull the string onto these right-handed hitters early.
Yeah, sitting there with around 80 miles an hour for the changeup but then what makes the changeup so deadly is speeding it back up with the 90-mile-an-hour fastball a pitch later.
Yeah, and that's how he attacks all these right-handers. It's been a changeup first pitch, and then that 90 to 92-mile-per-hour fastball and right behind it. Another changeup stays up in the zone, able to get a piece of it, and it falls right in front of the center fielder, Bristol Carter. And then John's last day wearing the Harbor Hawks uniform gets a base hit.
Why not? John Gazdar, have yourself a day. Leave a mark here on Cape Cod. Drops one in front of Carter. Does a good job. We saw it on sharp segments here, working with that hands, using his hands there to push it out into center field to drop it in front of Carter. And now what can Hyannis do with the leadoff man aboard for Eric Snow?
Eric Snow first swinging, fouls it straight back over our heads. Jacob Irons just coming up short with it, thought he had a play there. And Eric Snow's another guy, one of those infielders that's doing really well on defensively, but also been a great bat offensively, hitting .310 so far this summer. Had one of the hotter bats for the Harbor Hawks thus far. Lefty-righty matchup. Snow not able to hold off. Quickly behind the count, 0-2.
Now one of those, swings that he didn't really want to go on. As soon as he saw it come a little closer to him, wanted to pull back on the decision, but already broke his wrists.
DeSanto, the 0-2 fastball up in the zone. Eric Snow putting a little charge to it. Roaming back is Maldonado. And that ball hitting the wall. Eric Snow rounding first, stand-up double. John Gazdar moving into third. Back-to-back hits. That's a stand-up double for Eric Snow. Runners on second and third here with no outs.
Eric Snow once again so close, hitting off the yellow covering off the top of the netting and kicks it right back into play here for a stand-up double. Eric Snow, this is now the fourth time this season he's had one hit so close to getting over. He desperately wants to have one before his host brother and John Gazdar leaves, because there's a rule in their host family. If either John or Eric hit a home run, she's going to buy them an ice cream cake. Eric Snow wants to provide for John.
Due up for the Harbor Hawks here with runners in scoring position will be the Seminole Jackson West. Eric Snow just coming up short at home a couple games ago, hit off the very top of the fence. And right there, sends on opposite field, down 0-2 in the count, uses his hands, driving it the other way.
For Eric Snow, just a perfect example of what is working for him so well. Deep gap hits right now with the power he's found in his bat as of late.
Jackson West 2-0. Big swing, fouls it straight back. Still in the hitter's count here at 2-1.
That came right back off the fencing pole here and trickled its way back onto the infield. Shows you how much power Jackson West had in that foul ball for his first strike.
Lefty-lefty matchup. DeSanto, slider staying up in the zone. Ground ball to the first baseman, Scannell. And nobody covering first base. And overthrowing the runner on third, Eric Snow will trot home as well. 2 runs will score after the overthrow. And Jackson West stands at second base. That is 2 runs for the Harbor Hawks. Now lead 2-1.
Yeah, the ball just started to go everywhere there for the Harwich Mariners. It was DeSanto looking over, thought that Curland was going to get over there to cover, the second baseman was, but DeSanto puts his gloves on his head, and Scannell was just there fielding the ball, and no one was there to cover on the hit. Gazdar was already making his way down to home, but wanted to give a safety check over to Snow, and on that safety check, skies it into the bullpen. And with Snow Smee, that's easy 2 runs.
First pitch to the right-hander, Anthony Silva, is a changeup. Arm side, Anthony Silva just coming up empty, 0-1. And Scannell is hoping to catch Eric Snow sleeping, rounding third base, and ends up just throwing it away. Back-to-back changeup to Anthony Silva. This one down in the zone. Evens the count to 1-1. Jackson West now standing at second base. Still here with no outs. Left-hander Nick Groves on deck. 1-1, fouled straight back. 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Count moves to 1-2.
And for Hyannis, this is a great response for them. They saw the Mariners put up 1 in the bottom half of the first, and now here in the top of the second, respond for 2 to now retake the lead and put themselves ahead. Their best baseball is played when they can be aggressive when the lead is in their favor.
Leg lift from Santo. Change up, missing arm side. Just away from the TCU Horned Frog, Anthony Silva. DeSanto's a 6'4" southpaw. Kind of comes across his body a little bit, which makes him have a very good leg lift move to first base. Fastball up in the zone to Anthony Silva, knots the count to 3-2.
For him, hasn't had too many people over there at first base. You look at John Gazer. He was there for just a pitch before Eric Snow sent it into a double, and then Eric Snow had a double himself, found himself on second, and then West was over at first, but then advanced to second via the error.
3-2, fastball just missing inside, and Anthony Silva works another big walk in a running or scoring position situation.
And Anthony Silva against Katuitt found something, went 2 for 5 on the day, and it was his bat that has been a little quiet since coming to Cape Cod and really found something on Sunday against Katuitt. And so far has really played a big role for this Harbor Hawks team defensively, now starting to contribute in the box. A big walk there to keep the pressure on to DeSanto, who's struggling here in this half inning.
And he's talked about it time and time again. It's only a matter of time. He's had put some really good plate appearances together, worked a couple walks. He's having great zone recognition, not extending the zone, and had put a couple of good swings together. And so far, she's been right to guys, and it's only a matter of time before those balls start falling.
And like we've talked about on, I think, every broadcast, it's the beauty of baseball. Sometimes they're just going to find people. For Anthony Silva, it's just been in an unlucky stretch. Hopefully he's been able to break out of it so far.
Runners on first and second. Nick Rose offering the bunt here with no outs. Not a bad time for a sack bunt situation. First baseman Scannell will have toes on the grass, as well as third baseman Jake Ogden. Next pitch to him, 88 miles per hour fastball on the hands. Doesn't offer the bunt there. It's a full take.
Yeah, this is Nick Rose's first game back after colliding with the center field wall at McKeon Park. He was able to pass concussion protocol and is here in full spirit in the batter's box.
1-1, slider away, hit to the opposite field and left field. Fator under it and making the play for out number 1.
And lofted the ball well to Fator in left field. Just couldn't get it out far enough to have Jackson West think about a tag, not risk it here with now that just being the first down.
First down, the right-handed batter Josh Tate will come up to the plate. DeSanto, 31 pitches here, only with 1 out in the second. First pitch to him goes back to that changeup once again to these righties. And interested to see if he attacks these righties the second time in the lineup the same way, attacking changeup first, or if he's going to flip it going through the second time in the order.
That's all going to be about what he feels most comfortable in and how he wants to try and get out of this half inning.
0-1, fast one on the hands, just able to foul it off behind first base line. And DeSanto able to work himself back into an 0-2 count.
Laboring here a little bit. For Josh Tate has come in, started, had his first off day on Cape Cod yesterday, but since then has really been playing every day.
Jackson West attempts a stolen base down third base and coming in safely after a great jump, able to move both runners in scoring position with Anthony Silva following him at second.
Design double steal right there. Jackson West is off on his horse. Anthony Silva is on his as well, and it's a decision for Heyman. Does he want to go to second? Does he go to third? He decides to go to third to try and get West. West doing a great job to slide underneath the tag there and get in safely.
Still 1-2 count here. Change up away. Going down the right field line will be Scannell in foul territory. He comes up empty, and we'll do it again here at 1-2.
And now with that double steal, it now opens up the possibility of the sacrifice fly coming in to play here for Josh Tate. With West only 90 feet away, if he can elevate the ball deep enough, that should be enough to allow West to get back to third and tag.
And that just opens up a multitude of ways you can score that run. Infield still back. Josh Tate, a hand shot going down the right field line, and that ball will fall in front of the feet of Cam Maldonado. Scoring from third will be Jackson West. Anthony Silva moving to third. And Josh Tate picks up the 1-2 base hit and gets an RBI single.
Josh Tate, through his 10 ABs, now has 4 hits. He has been electric since coming in to the Harbor Hawks lineup and has provided a spark this team needed in the outfield defensively as well as within the box. They're doing a great job getting out in front of it and pushing it in front of Maldonado to drop in front of the right fielder. And with West staying back, got Shirley in after he saw it hit the grass.
Harbor Hawks have runners on the corners. Lineup will turn over. It'll be the center fielder, Kane Kepley, who struck out in the first. First pitch to him is a fastball in on the hands for a strike. High leg click and an 0-1. Fastball blown by 92 miles per hour up in the zone. Count moves to 0-2.
And don't be shocked here with second base open that Josh Tate isn't in motion. He had 27 stolen bases with Georgia Southern this spring. He's got a lot of speed, and it's one of those situations with runners on the corners. Try and go grab another one to get into scoring.
0-2 to the Kane Kepley lefty-lefty matchup. Fastball up in the zone for a ball. DeSanto trying to climb the ladder, trying to get Kepley to chase after 2 big swings from the center fielder. Josh Tate at first, 90 feet away for the Harbor Hawks is the Horned Frog, Anthony Silva. Next pitch to Kane Kepley, slider down in the zone, evens the count to 2-2.
And Kane Kepley leading the Cape Cod Baseball League with 21 walks. First, next closest has a tie in second for 14. He has been so good at looking at pitches and staying disciplined in the box.
First pickoff shown from DeSanto. Josh Tate coming back in standing. And what more can you ask from your leadoff? A guy who leads a team in on-base percentage, leads a team in walks, leads a team in stolen bases. I mean, that's exactly what you're going to want from your leadoff to find ways on. 2-2 fastball up in the zone, fouled. Working back is the Florida Gator, Luke Heyman. Runs out of room. Kane Kepley able to extend this at-bat here, 2-2. Still 1 out here at White House Field.
Heyman lost the mask and went running for it. It fell around 10 feet beyond the fencing here, but once again, it shows how Kane Kepley can fight off pitches.
And the 2-2 slider down in the zone sends Kane Kepley swinging for his second strikeout of the day.
That gets caught out in front of a pitch here for the second time today. Now Alex Lodis with 2 away and another scoring position. Can the hot bat for Hyannis do?
Alex Lodis 0 for 1 on the day. Flied out to the center fielder, Carter, in his first at-bat in the first. First pitch to him is a breaking ball, and Lodis sends it into the 6-hole. Scoring from third is Anthony Silva. Josh Tate moving to second. Harbor Hawks now answer back for a 4 spot here in the top of the second.
It's a huge response for Hyannis. We've talked about them. They've been attacking early in games. They've done that really well. But for Harwich, they were the ones getting on top first, picking up their first run, leading 1-0. But then it's Hyannis responding now for 4 here in the top of the second in a big way to get themselves in control.
First pitch to the debut Patriot, Michael DeTalo, is a strike. And it's not been a problem for DeSanto to work ahead in the counts. He's working to 0-1, 0-2, 1-2 counts. It's those balls staying up in the zone with 2 strikes that the Harbor Hawks have been able to take advantage of. 0-1 change up to Michael DeTalo down in the zone. Evens it to 1-1. Michael DeTalo hitting .295 so far this summer. Been a guy who's found himself in the heart of the order every single time he steps in the box. 1-1, just able to check his swing in Michael DeTalo, 2-1.
And DeTalo over the last 10 games is batting .306 with 7 RBIs. He has come up big for Hyannis when they need him. Right now, Hyannis trying to extend beyond their 3-run lead.
2-1, DeTalo able to work himself here in a hitter's count with 2 runners on. And moving was Josh Tate as a foul ball sent over the first base line. Josh Tate got a good jump over at second base, but Totalo fouling it off.
This is the aggressive nature that Mitch Carricker will work with. Putting on a double steal with 2 outs here in the top of the second. He wants to keep the pressure on, keep the pedal to the metal, and when you have a 3-run cushion, you're able to do that just right there with the double steal with Josh Tate and Alex Lodis.
2-2 here. So Michael Totalo. Fastball up in the zone. Totalo goes up and gets it, sends it into the left center gap, and that will find some grass. Josh Tate rounding third. He'll come in standing. Here comes the Florida State Seminoles to come around and score. And that's a 2 RBI double for the Harbor Hawks.
Michael Totalo gets all of that baseball and is able to extend it into the left center field gap between Fator and Carter, and it's a deep gap out there. Can't really get anything over there quickly, and with Lodis' speed and how quickly he was able to recognize it off the bat from first, he's able to get moving and come across to score. It's now 6-1 Hyannis.
And this will bring up the man who started this whole parade off, John Gazdar. Comes up the 10th man, first pitch swinging, sent down the right field line. Coming in for it is Maldonado. And that'll be out number 3. And the Harbor Hawks come up with a big answer and a crooked number of 6 as we enter the bottom of the second.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
Back here for the bottom of the second at White House Field, Harbor Hawks put up a big crooked number, an answer from the Harwich Mariners scoring 1. 6-1 here as we enter the bottom of the second.
Yeah, it is a big half inning for them. You allow Harwich to get a run in the bottom of the first, but then it is Hyannis gifting themselves those runs there because it is 6 runs on 5 hits. It's all themselves. They're not being gifted them by DeSanto. It is them taking advantage of pitches that they can go out and hit and find gaps in the zone and really doing a good job of attacking early and being aggressive to put yourselves up by 5.
First pitch to Cam Maldonado fouled off. And that's something we talked about all summer long is the Harbor Hawks producing runs. It's going to be manufacturing hits, base hits, got a few doubles there, but they're not going to send the long ball over and over. They're going to rely on aggressive base running and great timely hits. And we saw that there with a big 6 spot here with 6 hits going through 2. 0-2 count here to the right fielder, Cam Maldonado. Breaking ball, sends him swinging. Dirt ball read, Jackson West keeps it in front of him. Flips it on over to the Patriot, Michael Totalo for out number 1.
Yeah, West doing a good job. Popped out of his glove there on that swinging third strike on a nasty slider that dropped out of the zone from left to right and cut right out of there. Maldonado looked funny for it, gave it a look trying to run to first. But West was able to keep it in front of him to throw down.
Next up will be the Florida Gator, Luke Heyman. Caught some of their biggest games this past spring. First pitch in, breaking ball up in the zone. John Gazdar sits, tosses on over to Michael Totalo, and that's 2 quick outs for Galan.
That's too quick. But it was this third out that proved to be a little problematic for him in the first, but expect him, now with a 5-run lead, you're pitching with confidence. You're pitching with a lead and understanding that you can use your stuff and find your spots that you want to pinpoint.
Yeah, it's going to be a big emphasis for him now with a 5-run lead to what we call, hey, pitch with the lead. First pitch, breaking ball, big swing from Vincent Vittor, comes up empty. But when you pitch with the lead, your mentality is go right after these guys. You want to limit your pitch count. Make them beat you. Don't walk anybody. Go right at them. You have a great defense behind you. Make them put up the runs. Back-to-back breaking balls from Galan down in the zone, 1-1.
That's a breaking ball that Furtor spits on. Tried to double back with it.
Fastball in at 92, misses glove side from the right-hander Galan. 27 pitches thus far. It's going to be so important for him to limit his pitch count as he's trying to extend into this ball game. 2-1 here. Hitter's count for Vincent Vittor. Ground ball to the right side of the field. Michael Natalo fields, flips it over to Galan, and that's a 1-2-3 inning after the PFP for the Harbor Hawks. And we'll head to the top of the third. Harbor Hawks still lead 6-1.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Back here for the top of the third. It'll be a new southpaw arm for the Harwich Mariners. Ryan DeSanto's day is done after throwing almost 50 pitches in 2 innings, allowing 6 runs to come across. And it will be the southpaw Jack Bowery from Northeastern.
Yeah, Jack Bowery from Northeastern. So far this summer, he'll be making his 4th appearance. Normally a typical starter for the Mariners, but this time coming out of the bullpen, has pitched 12 1/3 innings pitched. Works with some traffic with a whip of 1.946. Sports an ERA of 7.3. Look for him to try and really lock in here coming out of the bullpen and allow himself the ability to get his feet under him. At Northeastern, at 16 appearances, primarily was a bullpen guy for them. Out of 4.96 ERA for the Huskies, who had a great year out of the CAA.
Leading off this top of the third will be Eric Snow. Had that double hit off the right field fence in the 6-run inning in the second. First pitch to him, fastball. Out and away, 93 miles per hour is the first pitch from Jack Bowery.
And for Bowery, also has Cape experience from a summer ago. Played for the Wareham Gatemen, pitched in 3 games in 5 1/3 innings.
1-0, fastball, 94. Eric Snow fouls it off straight behind us. Behind home plate, 1-1.
And for Snow here, he's going to do a good job of fouling off pitches and extending ABs. And staying disciplined, something that he's really picked up from last summer to this summer, is staying disciplined in his approach and really developing his strike zone and finding his pitch.
2-1, breaks off a sharp slider to even the count at 2-2.
And for Bowery, he's able to get ahead here. Understands the importance of getting that first batter in your outing.
Pulls the string. Eric Snow to get some wood on it. Ground ball to McNulty at second base. Right short. Flips it on over to Scannell for out number 1.
Yeah, Snow is able to get out in front of it and just put some lumber on it. Tapped it over to McNulty at short for a routine ground out. Now brings up Jackson West.
Lefty-lefty matchup for the southpaw Bowery. Jackson West got a base hit and scored a run in his last plate appearance, able to score himself as well. First pitch to him is a slider, front hip for strike number 1. 0-1. Bowery working out of the windup, back-to-back sliders. This one used as a chase pitch, out and away. West with a big swing, count moves 0-2. Jackson West so far hitting .313. So one of the back to 3 sliders in a row for Jack Bowery. Triples back on it, and that's only going to be used if he trusts it so far. And he sees so far he's able to use it as a get-me-over strike as well as a chase pitch late in the count. 1-2, fastball out and away, and a big swing from West, but comes up empty, and that is Bowery's first strikeout of the evening.
And for West went to go look for it. And it was 92 down and away. Had to try and extend out for it, and West couldn't get a hold of it. Big pitch from Bowery trying to get out of this half inning in a 1-2-3 fashion.
Next up is the TCU Horned Frog, Anthony Silva. First pitch to him is a changeup, arm side, catching the outer corner. 0-1 to Anthony Silva, who walked and later scored last inning. 0-1 is going to be a fastball, missing arm side at 94 miles per hour. Count goes back to 1-1.
Bowery's first fastball in at 90, second 92. That one there, his third, reaching 94.
Changeup out and away. Silva able to put into play in the center field. That one falls right in front of the center fielder, Bristol Carter, and Anthony Silva gets his first base hit of the evening.
Now it's a 1-for-1 day for Anthony Silva with a walk. We talked about how big the Katuitt game was. 2 hits, really felt himself in the box you felt. And for here tonight, gets one, is able to get his hands out in front of it and drop it in the right center field gap between Carter and Maldonado. No one could get there in time, so Silva aboard with 2 outs.
Lefty-lefty matchup here with the left-hander Nick Groves at the plate. First pitch to him, slider. Doesn't come back into the zone, 1-0. We've seen Bowery like to attack these left-handed hitters with these early sliders. Leg lift pick off to first base. Silva goes back in standing. 1-0 count. Nick Groves in his first game after making that amazing play in center field at home in McKeon Park. Pfister ground ball to Sam McNulty, the Boston College native, makes the running and throwing play for out number 3. Harbor Hawks will strand 1. Score remains 6-1.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Oh, what a shame here as we enter the bottom of the 3rd inning here with some overcast weather. Jacob Irons loving it, loving the music. Good Hawks back there in the media booth. Been good music here, and for the Harbor Hawks fans, been a pretty good game for them.
Yeah, it's been a good game for them. Got on top early, picked up 6 in the top of the 2nd. Fell quiet there, but Andre Scalon comes out after sporting a 1-2-3 inning against the bottom half of this Harwich Mariners lineup. Can he try and replicate that here going back through Bristol Carter and Cade Kurland again on the due-up? He'll face McNulty here in the leadoff spot for the first time here in the 3rd.
Sam McNulty, see him make a couple plays defensively. First pitch to him is a fastball up in the zone. McNulty, Boston College man, just familiar here in Massachusetts. 1-0 breaking ball down in the dirt. McNulty spits on that one. Count is 2-0.
I had the opportunity to see McNulty this year in the spring. Really solid middle infielder with a great bat that provides pop to the Eagles all spring with 281 batting average.
Fastball missing, out and away. Galanen risking walking the first batter here on 4 pitches. Galanen still working out of the windup, 3-0. Fastball just catching the bottom of the corner. 3-1 here. McNulty so far this summer hitting .261, .346 on base percentage. 11th game today. Fastball 90 miles per hour, missing up and away. The Harwich Mariners get their leadoff man on.
Yeah, if you're a Mariner fan, that's what you want to do, get your leadoff man. Understanding 5 runs can't come in 1/2 inning, as the Harbor Hawks showed as they were able to get 6. But in all likelihood, you're going to have to try and work through the entire game, trying to eke some runs across. And a big way that you can do that is being able to get the leadoff man aboard.
Lineup's going to turn on its head here with the center fielder, Bristol Carter. 0 for 1 on the day, shows bunt. Brings it back, counts 1-0. And just showed bunt right there, and he's going to look over at Anthony Silva and see where he plays in the infield. Silva looking to play even with the bag over there at third base. McNulty at first base, getting a sizable lead. Pick off to him, goes back in sliding safely. Bristol Carter lined out to the shortstop, Lodis. Back in the first. 0 for 1 on the day. Second pitch to him, fastball in on the hands. Galanen gets back into the count, 1-1.
Yeah, good pitch up into the zone, away from the righty Carter.
Bristol Carter, right-handed batter in the box, flips over a slider, just catching the outer corner. Galanen able, after walking the first guy, able to work ahead here in the count, 1-2.
When he's ahead, he's able to break off that slider with great left to right movement.
Pick off over to McNulty once again. McNulty goes back in safely. One and 2 count here with nobody out. McNulty having 1 stolen base so far this summer. Over on first base. 1-2 pitch, slider missing, glove side from Galanen.
Look at that, just like that slider. Wanted to break it off, see if he could extend the zone out. Carter staying disciplined.
2-2 here with nobody out. And Galanen goes back to the slider, just missing out and away. And once again, Bristol Carter holding the trigger, not able to get the strike 3 swing and miss. Count here is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Bristol Carter. And the slider stays up in the zone, hit into the right center gap. Rounding second base and moving to third is Sam McNulty. Throw over there comes in late, and sliding safely is McNulty. Runners are on the corners here with nobody outs for the Mariners.
Nobody away there. And it's just a slider. He tried to triple back on it. Just left it up into the zone, and that's the dangerous part about a slider if you can leave it up. And with someone with great bat speed, Bristol Carter is able to get around on it and poke it out into right field. Groves was quickly there, but with the speed of McNulty into that 9-hole, he finds himself at third.
Yeah, great use of the hands there from Bristol Carter to drive it the other way. And he steals on the first pitch thrown. Jackson West throw over to Gazdar. And in easily is Bristol Carter. Now the Mariners having 2 runners here in scoring position.
Now the pressure's back on to Galanen here with 2 in scoring position with nobody away. He's really going to have to focus in on Cade Curlin.
That's going to be Carter's 7th stolen bag this summer. 0-1 count here to Cade Curlin. Slider down in the zone. Once again, these Mariners staying disciplined, not chasing that slider down in the zone. 1-1 count here with McNulty standing 90 feet away at third base, and in scoring position now is Bristol Carter at second. Harbor Hawks still lead 6-1. Mariners threatening here with a slider down the zone once again, but Cade Curlin goes down and gets it. Comes up empty, 1-2 count. Still nobody out here for the Harbor Hawks defensively. Mariners going to try to scratch away at this 5-run lead. The 1-2 delivery, fastball, missing down and away. 2-2.
Aguilan trying to work the fastball on the outer part of the plate. Curlin staying disciplined. Big 2-2 here from Galan.
Galan leg lift. Fastball down in the zone, taken down the right field line, just landing fair. Nick Groves working glove side to be able to make the play. And that is a base hit for the Mariners. 1 run will come across. Bristol Carter having to wait to see if that ball fell. Just moving to third base, but Harwich Mariners able to scratch one across here with still nobody gone.
Yeah, Curlin does a great job getting it to drop in front of Groves down the right field line. And with it being a fly ball, McNulty had to stay at third for a quick sec to see what would happen. Bristol Carter had great speed coming off a second. Took the third base coach to be halfway down third base line, giving him the stop sign to make sure he didn't double up on McNulty.
Got to be careful with Cade Curlin over that first base. 50 stolen bags this past spring for the Florida Gators. Played in 62 games, 50 stolen bags. I mean, that's a pretty unreal number from Cade Curlin.
This is in the SEC as well. Florida product that he's going to be running and going to face some of the best catchers in the country as well.
1-0, slider breaks off low and away. Weingartner coming up empty. 1-1 count here, runners at the corners. Now it is Bristol Carter, 90 feet away at third base, and on first after the RBI base hit is Cade Curlin. Glon, leg lift, slider, staying arm side though, missing inside to the right-handed batter in Weingartner. And it's once again, Weingartner got the double off being ahead in the count 2-1 in his first at-bat back in the first. So let's see if Galan can pick at the corners here and get back into this count. A 2-1 fastball. Speeds it up right there, gets him looking. 2-2.
And now with him picking at the corner there, gets himself back into a pitcher's count, 2-2. Can open up for a slider here.
2 balls, 2 strikes here. Nobody gone for the Harbor Hawks. Gonna need an out, and there's that slider. Missing glove side, just out and away. Weingartner doing a great job not extending the zone as he was trying to pick the corner there on that outer half.
Yeah, for the Harwich Mariners as a team, they have 91 walks on the summer, third right now in the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Pick off over to Cade Curlin at first base. Goes in sliding, comes in safely.
Yeah, they are a disciplined team at the plate. They're not going to extend out the zone. They're going to make every pitcher they face work for the zone and work for the calls.
Still 3-2 here from Galan. Fastball blows it by the designated hitter Weingartner for out number 1.
You have that slider, then you have that fastball. He dials one up and sends it high and up the middle by Weingartner. Beautiful pitch and great sequencing there to catch Weingartner out in front of it for the first down.
And that'll bring up Matt Scannell, who had the RBI single back in the first. Runners here on the corners for the Mariners, still threatening. Backdoor slider to the left-hander, Scannell for strike number 1. Infield and double play depth. Silver over at third base. Toes on the grass, right inside the cutout over there at third base. Long slide step, fastball, pulled to the right side of the field. Nick Groves running in. That ball falls right in front of him. Scoring from third will be Bristol Carter. And moving from first to second is Cade Curlin.
A great piece of hitting from Matt Scannell. Able to line one right down in front of Groves into right field. With Groves' speed, he is quickly there. But it now puts another in scoring position as the Mariners putting up 2 here alone in this half inning and have Hyannis only leading by 3.
Able to scratch them across. It's going to be so important to chip away at this lead, them understanding that we're still in the first third of this ball game, so to put up a crooked number here in a 2 spot and still threatening here with only 1 out. Mitch Carrick going to talk to Galan on the mound, and they're going to part ways. Galan's going to stay on the mound.
Is Tanner not here today? Is Tanner not here today?
Still one out here where Jake Ogden, who flew out to the center fielder Kane Kepley, in his first, hitting .254 thus far this summer. Got runners on first and second. Two guys who have some speed over there on the base pass for the Mariners. First pitch to Ogden, flipped over slider, catches the outer corner. It's going to be so important for Galan to stay ahead here. Gets ahead in the count 0-1. Jake Ogden hitting .254 this summer. 11 RBIs for him thus far. And a double steal from the Mariners. Jackson West throw over to Anthony Silva and beating him by a step for out number 2. Great throw from Jackson West to get out number 2.
Jackson West does a great job being able to gun it down the line. Cade Curlin had a good jump on it, but it's Jackson West's arm and great placement for the throw down to Silva to apply the tag for the second out.
Yeah, great hand, great footwork, puts the ball perfectly on the right side of the bag. Anthony Silva just having to make the catch and apply the tag. Breaking ball from Galan gets him swinging. Jackson West able to hold the ball in the glove, but the Harwich Mariners able to cut this lead in half. Hyannis Harbor Hawks still lead 6-3. And before the Harbor Hawks come back up, we'll send it over to style reporter Josie Broyles.
It's actually John Gazdar's last game today. I know you guys were talking about that, but last week his parents were actually able to come down, and he was telling me that it meant a lot to him because a lot of the time when he plays, he can get in his head a lot, and he gets really hard on himself. But when his parents are there, they kind of remind him to focus on the positive aspects of the game, remind him that he's still a good player, even if he didn't have the best performance in his opinion. And his family is actually commuting all the way from California, so just them being there in general just meant a lot for him. And overall, he was able to have them most of the games last week in the bleachers, and that was a good reminder for him that he always has their support no matter what happens in his career, no matter how he plays. So I thought that was a really special story, especially because this is his last game today, and that just kind of was a good little ending series of his time in the Harbor Hawks.
Thank you, Josie. And Jacob Irons, this is the family we got to talk to a little bit, and great family, and it's so important to have family here, especially, you've been here for 2 years, and that's not talked about enough, is these guys go into the spring season, most of them away from their families, and they come straight to summer ball away from their families once again.
Yeah, and it's a lot of Michael Otalo's families in town this week, and having that family as a support system is huge for your players because, like you've talked about, you're away at spring ball for a large majority of the year, and then you come out to summer ball pretty quickly as soon as the year ends. Don't really get that time home that you would like, and so having the family come out, be able to share the summer with you here for a little bit is always a nice reassurance. Get to see a smile on their face. And it's big for John Gazdar as well. And good reminder to get out here before he leaves to get prepared for the draft and heads home for a little bit and use some R&R with them out in the San Francisco Bay area.
Absolutely. And that's a family who, again, it was so cool they came up to us and got to catch up with them there a little bit. And they're going to head back to San Francisco or to Oakland in specific. And John Gazdar not going to be far behind. It's once again his last game, so it's bittersweet for us.
Yeah.
So excited for him. Can't wait to see what's next. But, again, having his departure made me kind of sad driving to the ballpark today.
Yeah, and for myself and you, Nico, this is our second summer here in Hyannis. So this is also our second summer with John Gazdar, someone that remembered us as soon as we walked in, and just a great guy that you get to talk to and learn a lot about baseball from. Very knowledgeable about the sport and very open and honest when you ask him a question about what he was seeing there. Gives you full depth answers that really show you why he's such a top draft pick.
Josh Tate up at the box. 2-1 count here, flipped over slider. Evens the count here to 2-2 for the leadoff man who singled and got an RBI and came around to score in his first plate appearance. Change up, missing arm and away. All knotted up at 3-2.
For Josh Tate try and get back 2 runs that Hyannis lets get across.
Josh Tate sends it to the right field, but right to the right fielder Cam Maldonado. And after a 6-pitch AB, it'll be out number 1 for the Mariners.
A hard hit ball that got to Maldonado in a hurry. Tate struck it well, just right to Maldonado, the right fielder, for the first down of this top of the 4th.
And that'll bring up the leadoff man for the Harbor Hawks, Kane Kepley. First pitch to him, lefty-lefty matchup, fastball in on the hands. If you look at Kane Kepley, he's a guy who's done it all. We talked about it earlier, but he leads the team in games played with 19, stolen bases with 12, runs with 19, as he sends the ball to left field, tracking to his McNulty and Fator. Fator calling off the shortstop and getting out number 2.
Now it was a fly ball that just hung up into the air. It was shallow enough that if it had a little bit more air above it rather than under it, could have dropped in for a hit, but with it being so high, it allowed Fator to come from his spot in left field to get under it and call off McNulty, the shortstop.
And that'll bring up the Florida State Seminole. Alex Lodis taking the first pitch down the zone for a ball. But not a bad leadoff stats when you're leading a team in games played, stolen bases, runs, walks, and on-base percentage. That's exactly what you're going to want from your top half of the lineup. Alex Lodis sends a missile to the shortstop McNulty, but it's right to him. He's able to make the leaping grab. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for the Harwich Mariners. Score still 6-3 as we enter the bottom half of the 4th.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Andres Galan comes in for his 4th inning of work. So far, 3 innings pitched, 55 pitches, got extended with that crooked number last inning that the Harwich Mariners put up. 3 strikeouts, 3 runs thus far.
And here for Galan, going to try and settle in, take on Maldonado, Heyman, and Fator, where he had success back in the second. It was a 1-2-3 inning, retiring them in order in the second.
First pitch to Maldonado, strike called down the way. And Maldonado struck out swinging back in the second. Ground ball hit to Lodis's arm side into the 6-hole. Lodis, a magical play over at shortstop, making a throw on the run and making it look smooth over there at shortstop.
Smooth like butter, Nico Sharp. That's what Lodis is at short. A little bit of a higher grass here at the infield. It was a slow roller that got hung up there, had to glove it and flipped it up to himself and made a sidearm throw over to first, with bringing his momentum over to first to try and shorten up the throw.
Next up will be the Florida Gator, Luke Heyman. Grounded out to John Gazdar in the second as well. First pitch to him is a breaking ball hit off the very tip of the bat. The throw gets away from Galan. Gazdar makes a barehanded play. Throws it over to Galan. Counts to 0-1.
Had everyone on the edge of their seats right there, Nico Sharp. Just little bit of an overthrow that got away and trickled out from West by the glove of Galan. But got a good teammate in John Gazdar backing him up there.
0-1 fastball. Big swing from Luke Heyman. Comes up empty, though. But Andres Galan getting ahead in the count here, 0-2. Has shown the breaking ball as well as that fastball in this at-bat already. The 0-2 him, breaking ball hit sky high up in the zone towards center field. Kane Kepley calling off the middle infielders for out number 2.
And for Kane Kepley, his speed makes anything in shallow center field very doable and is able to grab it right there and call off Lodis and Gazdar.
Galan, 2 quick outs here, 1 out away from a 1-2-3 inning. It'll be the left fielder, Vincent Fator, who grounded out to Michael Datalo, and a little PFP action for Galan back in the second. First pitch is that breaking ball, staying up in the zone. Just staying up in the zone for a ball. Slider just missing arm side. Galan working out of the windup, big swing, fouled straight back.
Yeah, fastball there from Galan. Worked with the slider up in the zone, then drops the fastball low in the zone, trying to extend the zone vertically there against Fator.
1-1 to Vincent Fator. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Fator not going down and fishing for it. Works himself into a hitter's count. 2-1 here with 2 outs. See if they can start another 2-out rally. Galan wearing number 42, breaking ball down the zone. Again, taken for a ball. 3-1 count. Harbor Hawks wearing their away blue jerseys with gray pants, blue hat, and then for the Harwich Mariners, it'll be the cream jerseys with the stirrups, red helmets. The 3-1 fastball down in the dirt. And with 2 outs, they have found a way on with the walk.
Did a good job trying to get Fator out in front of it, but ultimately it's Galan missing off the plate there, and a walk setting up for McNulty, the 9-hole hitter.
It'll be Sam McNulty, the shortstop. Pickoff over to first base, close. Play, quick feet from Galan. Goes back in, sliding is Vincent Fator. 2 outs here to the man from Boston College. Hitting fastball down the zone. Almost on the back picks. Jackson West not able to get the exchange done perfectly. And the Galan down the count 1-0 after just walking Fator. Another pickoff, close play. Ball getting just away from Datalo.
Galan, along with West, living over there at first base, trying to get back Fator, who he worked a walk. He wants to get him back into the box and get himself his second 1-2-3 half inning.
And Fator, not necessarily a stolen base threat. Didn't have one in the spring. Hasn't had one this summer so far, but working a sizable primary lead. Fastball up in the zone from Galan. And he's fallen behind in this count. 2-0. But Vincent Fator working a very nice primary lead, as well as a hard secondary lead. That's why he's gotten so much attention from the battery mates. 2-0 fastball, just catching the bottom corner. Still up in the hitter's count is Sam McNulty. Right-handed batter in the box. 2-1 here with 2 outs. Score still 6-3. Harbor Hawks lead. Fastball up in the zone. Big swing from McNulty. The 2s are hot once again for the Harbor Hawks.
And for Galan doing a great job to work himself back into this count and try and work out of here with a 1-2-3-4 inning.
Another pickoff over to Fator. Another close play over at first base. Atalo slapping the tag down.
He's got the read on him, it appears, and I think that's why Galan wants to keep going over there. every time it gets closer and closer and closer on the pickoff attempt.
Galan, the 2-2 breaking ball down in the zone. That's a great 2-2 pitch from Andres Galan. Harwich Mariners will leave one stranding, and we'll head to the top of the fifth here, 6-3.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
Back here in the top of the fifth for the Harbor Hawks, it will be Michael DiTarlo, John Gazdar, and Eric Snow. Trying to answer back after the Harwich Mariners were able to score 2 back in the third. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch to DiTarlo is a slider that catches the bottom half of the corner.
Yeah, had that big double in the second to bring in 2.
Hard ground ball over the shortstop McNulty. McNulty able to glove it. High throw. But it takes him right into the glove of Scannell. Scannell able to put the tag down for out #1.
It's a nice little snap tag. For first base, you have to have a good stretch, but then you also have to have a good flexible wrist to come down and snap that flex right back down onto him on top of the helmet, which he does there, having to come off the bag and come back around to snap onto it. It's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist exercises there for Scannell.
First base is John Gazdar, 92 miles per hour. Fastball down in the zone. Do you do your wrist exercises? Do you keep the wrist like nice and flimsy, or what does your routine look like?
I keep books. You got to make sure the wrist is fluid.
Second pitch of John Gazdar, slider up into the count. So is this like so you don't cramp up while you're riding after a long day?
Oh, yeah, you can't. Like before AP testing in high school, got to make sure you hit the wrist rotation.
Arm side, slider misses 3-0.
Oh, man.
Oh, Jacob Irons. Classic Jacob Irons. 3-0. Green light from John Gazdar. Big swing on the 92-mile-per-hour fastball.
And he talks about that and how he approaches. Wants to get to 3-0 to then open up the pitcher's arsenal so he can go out and attack and find that pitch he wants.
3-1 of John Gazdar sent down the right field line. Fading away and foul. Count moves at 3-2. And that's something we talked about on the Sharp segment that I got to talk with John Gazdar. That video will come out soon. It gives you a little bit of insight on the mentality and what John does for at the plate on a daily basis as he works a 3-2 walk.
Yeah, great idea there from John Gazdar to spin on that one. Pitch that could have had him go out and extend for it, but stays disciplined and now gets a board here with 1 away. Also, can we give credit? I'm editing it. Nico Sharp's without a computer right now. So I edited that. That should be coming out tomorrow is my hope, that I can finally get it to YouTube. I finished up the final edits here today, so I did it too.
Thank you, Jacob Irons. And that's going to be a product done from the both of us. And Matt Coates able to film that for me. So shout out Matt Coates for helping me out during that entire process.
Full team effort here and the media team.
Yeah, we're all one big, I won't say happy family. We're one big family of other sorts. I mean, I would say, we're like siblings. We get along with each other. Jacob Irons, Big brother here.
No. Thanks. Appreciate that.
0-2 count here to Eric Snow. Change up down the zone and picked from Luke Heyman behind home plate. Keeps it right in front of him. 1-2 count here with one gone. And John Gazzar at first base.
Heyman doing a good job. Get his glove out for it, especially with the speed Gazdar possesses. Get himself in scoring position for the hot Eric Snow.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Southpaw ground ball. Hit to McNulty. McNulty flips it on over to second and flipped over to first. And a pitcher's best friend and a very nice one at that from the Harwich Mariners. McNulty sidearm throws it to Curlin. Curlin flips it on over to Scannell for the double play. And after an amazing double play, let's send it to our amazing sideline reporter, Matt Coates.
Nico, you flatter me. Thank you so much. Guys, today marks the 20th game of the summer for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. And with that, the halfway point in the season with the new 40-game schedule this year. Guys, we are encroaching on a very important time on the season, as the time for mistakes and having slow stretches and losing stretches, it's dwindling down, especially with the new wild card playoff format in the first round. Seeding is so important. Guys, I expect this upcoming week to play a big role in how the rest of this team's season will play out. So they have a chance to assert themselves as an upper echelon team and put some pressure on the Katuitt Cavaliers and Wareham Gatemen to be the top team in the Western Division this season. Guys, it's not going to be an easy task, though, as Wallace Clark has already played his last game in a Harbor Hawks uniform. And unfortunately tonight, John Gazdar plays his last game in the Hyannis uniform. Wallace hitting .304 with 11 RBIs in the summer, and Gazdar entered today hitting .318 with 17 RBIs. And the team's going to have to welcome some newcomers and rely on guys already in the lineup to step up and make plays going on this summer. Selfishly, guys, I hope we go on a run here, get the confidence high, and get back to competing with Katuitt and Wareham to be top dogs in the West. But, guys, every game matters going on.
Thank you, Matt Coates. And like you mentioned, every single game is going to matter here. And we talked about it. We had a couple of matchups against Katuitt in the Western matchup, and then we're going to play them here coming up here in this next week. So it's going to be a lot of big matchups here for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, Thursday against Katuitt. You can hear Nico Sharp and myself right back here on the Hyannis Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. That one starts at 6 for first pitch. 5:50 begins our pregame coverage. Matt Coates will be down on the sidelines with Josie Broyles.
Yes, sir. Thanks, gentlemen. I'll be back later. Stay tuned.
Matt Coates and Josie Broyles, our great sideline reporters, always having a good story for us. And another great story as Kieran Cahy comes in for his first appearance as a Harbor Hawk. He was mainly a two-pitch guy last summer, mainly a fastball, curveball guy. It's going to be a true 12-6 action, and he's got some fire coming out of the, when you look at his scouting report, it's going to be low 90s, 90 to 92, but you watch him here already, and he's kind of amped. He's got 94 first pitch and warm-ups. So his arm is amped, and again, this is his first appearance for the Harbor Hawks, but this past spring, a pitcher from Kent State, 6.21 ERA, 15 appearances, 5 starts, 42 innings pitched this past spring for Kieran Cahy.
Kieran Cahy comes in a 3-run lead here and comes in relief of Andres Galan, who did his job, kept Hyannis within it, and passes the baton off to the Heartland, Michigan native.
Righty matchup. First pitch fastball, 95, sent straight back up the middle. That's a great swing from Bristol Carter. Hard rounding first base, and Harwich Mariners get their leadoff man on.
Talk about Kieran Cahy. Last summer was sitting 90 to 92 on his fastball. First pitch loads it in at 95. Really shows you how much speed he's able to go grab on that fastball. But timing it up well is Bristol Carter to be out in front of it and just sends it right back where it came from. And he's aboard to lead things off here in the 5th.
And got to be careful with Bristol Carter over there. Already got a stolen base today to add to 7 for this summer. First pitch to Cade Curlin. Another 95-mile-per-hour fastball, missing glove side. Cade Curlin, 1 for 2 on the day, has an RBI. Tried to steal third base. back in the third was thrown out from Jackson West. 1-0 count here to the right-handed batter, wearing number 11. 1-0 from Kieran Cauley. Fastball down the zone, 95 miles per hour once again. And that's a firm 95. That ball flies out of his hand, stayed on that lower third quadrant right there, and that's a great pitch from Kieran Cauley. Evens the count to 1-1. Bristol Carter at a great jump on a stolen base. Swinging is Cade Curlin. And that is another stolen base from Bristol Carter, and that'll be his 8th on the year.
And his 2nd of the night as well. Did a good job, had a little bit of a stutter step when he tried to take the base, and then as soon as he realized Cauley was going home, went full out for second and now in scoring position.
And you could see him start timing Kieran Cauley. He was getting his secondary early on the first couple pitches and kind of just timing his look, and then on that one, another pitch fouled back from Cade Curlin, but you can see him. He was working his secondary early, starting to extend his lead, and he had the timing. And as soon as he thought Cauley was going to throw, as soon as his leg lift, he was already halfway down. And that's just the kind of threat that the Mariners put in front of you, similar to the Harbor Hawks, going to put pressure on you on the base paths. 1-2, leg lift, look over to second base. Didn't make the throw to John Gazdar. Just showing pickoff there, trying to keep Bristol Carter over there at second base honest. 1-2, high leg lift, breaking ball down the dirt. Couldn't get the chase, 2-2.
His breaking ball sits at 87 too, so even a fast breaking ball from Kieran Cauley, who has great velo behind his pitches early in his summer here on the Cape.
2-2, breaking ball down the dirt once again, gets him swinging. Dirt ball read. Jackson West looks off Bristol Carter, makes the throw to Datalo for out number 1.
Great job by Jackson West, making eye contact with Bristol Carter down to make sure he wasn't trying to go and grab third. Makes a clean throw over to Datalo on the inside part of the bag into the infield and one away.
That's a great pitch. Didn't get Cade Curlin the chase on the previous breaking ball, but doubles back. You know, assuming Cade Curlin saw what looked to be a fastball down the zone. That one just fell off the table late. Gets the swing and miss is Kieran Cauley to get the first out with Ryan Weingartner, the designated hitter, at the plate. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in on the hands. Just catches the inner half for 0-1.
And for Cauley in that last AB worked Curlin away. Now coming into attack inside now to Weingartner.
And back-to-back insides, those 95 right in on the hands. Jacob Irons making a great call there. Working so far on the inner half to Weingartner, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Had the double back in the first. Came around and scored, and there goes Bristol Carter getting the great jump again. Ball getting behind West, and Bristol Carter almost not stopping, coming around third with a big backstop like we talked about, and the chain link fence. Bristol Carter having a lot of speed, had a hard turn to third base. Almost looked like he's going to come score, but Jackson West being quick and making a sliding glove back behind home plate.
His turn was about as deep into the infield, into the foul territory grass, into the coach's box. Him and his third base coach almost collided as how wide he took that turn, and then retreated as soon as West was there and Cauley coming off the mound in a hurry.
Kieran Cauley, high leg kick, true 12-6 curveball, missing down in the zone. 3-1, and that may be what Bristol Carter is seeing. It's a high leg kick, slower delivery from the right-hander. Bristol so far had 2 great jumps, and there's 3 stolen bags on him of the evening. Fastball fouled it back into Jackson West. 96 miles per hour from Cauley.
And that's right off the chest protector, too. That's not off the mask, which has a little more metal and padding on it. It's right off the chest. Took it right off the chest protector. Fouled it away. But now Cauley has a 3-2 big pitch here.
High leg kick fastball down in the zone. And that's a free 90 once again for the Mariners.
And for Cauley, worked down and away there. Had a little bit of a half timing release there. Froze his leg on the kick there for a half second and then delivered. Pitch was just low, and now runners on the corners for Hyannis, trying to prevent the Mariners from sneaking back into this one after their 6-run second inning.
And thanks to the Harwich Mariners chipping away back in the third, they are now one swing away from tying it. Runners on the corners for the Mariners. And it's going to be Scannell for the Mariners due up. Left-handed batter in the box. One swing away here this summer. Already has a home run to his name. First pitch to him is a back foot breaking ball. Scannell taking it for a ball, 1-0. It'll be Weingartner at first base, and 90 feet away at third is Bristol Carter, who has 2 stolen bases just in this inning. Really working his way to get 90 feet away at third. And the 1-0 fastball, missing arm side, and quickly up ahead in a hitter's count is Scannell.
Scannell waiting on his pitch here after watching Weingartner earn himself a walk previously. He's going to want to see a strike before he really makes the decision to go for a full swing out.
He throws it over to first base and Weingartner, but he goes back in standing. He another leg lift, fastball, hard hit into the right center gap. Nick Groves ranging to it and able to cover a lot of ground to make the play is the right fielder Nick Groves for out number 2, but that'll bring in a run for the Mariners. And it is now a 2-run lead at 6-4.
That sacrifice fly, Scannell doing a good job to elevate it, and even better job for Nick Groves, able to cover so much ground into the right center field gap. He's able to get there, did a good job of holding Weingartner at bay at first and not trying to take a heave and a hoe throw into home to try and stop Carter, not allowing Weingartner to advance.
Next up will be the right-handed batter heading to University of Miami next spring, Jake Ogden. First pitch to him is a fastball in the outer corner, 0-1. He is a tying run here, and he has 2 home runs already this summer.
He's got a lot of power in his bat, especially for a Coral Gables program that really lives off the long ball for Miami. He's going to be a great addition to the Hurricanes there. Batted .313 this past season with UNC Greensboro and coming into the ACC with a big bat.
Throw over to Weingartner, almost gets away from DeTalo.
But it was a pitch that was so far away that it was almost good in the tag back because it was close enough to the helmet of the sliding Weingartner to try and imply the tag, but hand was already firmly in there.
High leg kick allows Weingartner a stolen base attempt. High fly ball put in play over down the third base line. Anthony Silva ranging towards the dugout and having to make a glove side jump, makes the diving play. And Anthony Silva showing off some athleticism to make the play in foul territory. But the Mariners scratch one across, make this a 2-run ball game. Score is 6-4 as we enter the top of the 6th.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes have like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting. So I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Back here at White House Field, scores 6-4. Harbor Hawks still lead, but that lead is slowly getting tighter and tighter here in two-run ball game. And Jack Bowery doing a great job coming out of the bullpen for his fourth inning work now. 36 pitches, 1 strikeout, no earned runs.
I know, has hammered the zone like he does there on an 89-mile-an-hour fastball. He's pitching to the zone, and for the Harbor Hawks, they're going to have to try and make barrel. He's not dilly-dallying around it. He's going straight into it.
The 0-1, another fastball comes up empty from Jackson West. And since that 6th spot from the Harbor Hawks, it's been a lot of zeros, but that is mostly thanks to Jack Bowery, who's found himself having success against this lineup. Slider poked out to left field. Fator ranging under it for out number 1.
Yeah, West just got under that one. Lofted it into left field. But for Bowery, once again just shows 3-pitch AB there, hammering the zone. And it makes West and the rest of the Harbor Hawks have to go swing. They're going to have to go put the ball in play. And for Harwich, they feel comfortable with a pitcher like that. They have the best fielding percentage in the Cape Cod Baseball League at 977. They make the fewest errors at 16. They have 21 double plays. This is a defense that's very solid behind Bowery. So when you're a pitcher that goes to hammer the zone, you feel comfortable letting your defense work.
First pitch to Silva, out and away. And the second pitch is hit down the line, just landing fair. Down the right field line, Maldonado making way to it, but rounding first, and it'll be a stand-up double for the TCU Horned Frog, Anthony Silva.
Silva has found something. It connected against Katuitt, and it's connecting here. Now with that double, it is a 2-for-2 day with a walk for Anthony Silva. Took a little bit of time and now has broken through at the plate for the Harbor Hawks. Now for Hyannis trying to get one back here. The top of the 6th.
And he is putting some great swings together, and his bat seems to be getting hot, seeming to find it here with Nick Groves. Up the plate, left-handed hitter who's found himself some success in these past few games.
Yes, in the last 5, was batting .500. That's 5 for 10 over that stretch coming into today, and really has been hot.
And a big step from Anthony Silva will cause the pitcher Jack Bowery to take a step off and take a few steps over to him.
Hitting the cha-cha slide there for a quick sec. Trying to draw the attention of Bowery, and it draws enough of him to turn around and make an attempt.
0-1 slider missing away to the left-handed batter, Nick Groves. And Silva just being a little critter over there, just trying to be pesty, working back and forth. And just, just trying to get in the head of Bowery, trying to see if they can scratch one across, as Bowery has found a lot of success. 1-1, chopper down towards the Harbor Hawks dugout. Bowery up in the count, 1-2. Nick Groves 0 for 2 on the day. Flied out to Fator, the left fielder, then grounded out to McNulty. Facing all lefties so far for Groves. Mariners throwing back-to-back southpaws. The 1-2 delivery, fastball down away, just missing the plate. And Nick Rose not chasing here. Extends the count to 2-2.
Good hold from Groves to not extend the zone for Bowery here.
The 2-2 delivery. The fastball, and that one will catch the bottom part of the zone. And Nick Groves gets sent down looking.
And Groves, now the pitch go inside on him, and walks back in a little bit of disgust there, not happy with that call. Hyannis trying to take advantage of having Silva in at second.
That'll bring up the 9-hole Josh Tate. 1 for 2 on the day, has an RBI and plated the home himself, scored back in the second. Anthony Silva in scoring position. Still wearing both batting gloves. No oven mitt for Anthony Silva. The 1-0 is a fastball staying up in the zone. Tate not going for it, 2-0. Tate's worked himself into a hitter's count. We've seen what both sides can do when up in the count, and they're able to get their ace swings off. Slider, down 2-0. Big-time pitch right there from a big swinging Josh Tate. Fouls it off over the first base dugout.
Yeah, these are two great offenses. Hyannis, 261 team batting average. Harwich, 253 team batting average. Second and third, respectively. These are two big teams in the lineups.
2-1, fouled straight behind us once again.
Harwich is the place. If you want a foul ball, there is so much space to go try and grab one during a game because there is tree covering, but it's open underneath, that it makes it very accessible to walk away with a foul ball.
2-2 breaking ball gets away from the catcher, Heyman. And able to move 90 feet closer is Anthony Silva now at third base.
That opens up possibilities here for Josh Tate. Just got to get himself a single to try and score Silva.
Bowery, the 3-2 slider down the zone, uses hands, hits it to Cade Curlin over at second base. Curlin able to scoop it up and beat it out is Josh Tate using his speed on the routine ground ball to Cade Curlin. Beats it out, and that is just the speed that the Harbor Hawks attain.
We talk about the speed he had with Georgia Southern. 27 stolen bases for the Eagles. As soon as he puts the ball in play, he gets out of the box and starts sending it like he's Usain Bolt in 100 down the first base line. Does a great job of running through the bag, keeping his momentum up, and not giving up on the ground ball, and that allows Hyannis to get another run across, bringing in Silva.
It's a great extra effort, and that run could be the difference. We've seen in these close games that these little plays can be the difference, and Josh Tate beating out a routine single could be the difference in this ball game. First pitch to Kane Kepley down the zone, and that fastball is also down the zone. 2-0 count to the leadoff Kane Kepley, who's 0 for 3 on the day.
Just shows you the impact Josh Tate has had since coming to this Harbor Hawks team. His fourth game of the summer here.
And Kane Kepley sends that one down the right field line, and that one just landing foul. But I believe that's Josh Tate's fourth or fifth infield hit this summer in just a few games. This is a guy who's hit a couple into the 6-hole and able to beat it out. This is his first time hitting ground ball down to the right side of the field and able to beat it out. His first 3 or 4, I believe it's 4. Is that the number?
It is 4. You are correct, Nico Sharp.
Yeah, 4 infield hits from Tate. He had that swinging bunt and a couple down the 6-hole, but that was the first one that was just plain routine ground ball, and he was somehow able to leg it out. Back-to-back speedy guys. Here's speedy Kane Kepley leads the team in steals. 3-1 fastball, catching the bottom of the corner. 3-2, 2 outs, runner on first. Josh Tate's going to be put in motion here. Be careful of the leg lift pickoff from Bowery. A 3-2 delivery. Misses outside to the left-hander Kane Kepley. And 2 runners on, 2 speedy guys on for the Harbor Hawks.
And 2 outs as well, Nico, for Hyannis. It's now Alex Lodis to step in to the box, but a meeting on the mound will occur before that.
And it's another big moment here for the Harbor Hawks to be able to scratch one across here and keep the inning going, keep the threat going. And Alex Lodis hitting .476 for the Harbor Hawks, having 1 home run, 3 RBIs, 3 doubles. This is a guy who's shown off the power early with 3 doubles and a home run.
Yeah, he's got a lot of power since coming in and has provided that for the Harbor Hawks since the entire time. He has touched and grabbed a bat in his hands, done a great job in big moments responding, and that's what Hyannis needs here. Try and get one back here so that you can get yourself in a comfortable lead. 3 runs as you have it right now still feels within reach. If you can get it to 4, that's a 1-swing ball game of a grand slam.
First pitch to Alex Lodise. Hard line drive into the left center gap over the head of McNulty. Coming around is Josh Tate. Kane Kepley. And a close play over at Lodise, and Lodise will come in sliding for the double. One run comes across, and it'll leave Kane Kepley over at third base.
With Josh Tate's speed, he's safely in. And now Kane Kepley had a really good read on it, but it was a last-second hold by Mitch Carricker with the throw getting out of Fator's hands and into Curlin's. But Lodise comes in sliding to second just underneath the tag, and now 2 in scoring position for Detallo.
Michael Detallo up with 2 ducks on the pond for the Harbor Hawks. Still 2 outs. Detallo second on the team in RBIs with 14. And leading the team in RBIs is the man on deck, John Gazdar, with 17. Base hit will get him to 16, only 1 away from Gazdar. 1-1 to him here with 2 outs. It's a breaking ball down in the zone. Detallo coming up with a big swing, 1-2.
Yeah, good pitch there from Bowery. Detallo is sitting on pitch there and wanted to get out in front of it, and he does. Just hit him with the off speed.
The 1-2, able to get a piece of his Michael Detallo, sending into the Harbor Hawks dugout. It's going to be so huge for Bowery to be able to bear down, keep the score at 4. A base hit would make it 10-4. Detallo breaking bat right over to the second baseman, Cade Curlin. He will record the out. But it is Josh Tate's speed able to extend this inning, allowing the Harbor Hawks to play it across 2. And with that, let's send it over to, once again, our best friend over here, Josie Broyles.
Thanks, Nico. Yeah, the Hawks are doing pretty good tonight and did especially well in that second inning and the last inning we just watched there. And I know the Hawks were in a little bit of a slump, but I actually think the off days really helped them reset and think about what they need to do next time they're on the field. Blake Cavill actually told me that him and a few teammates went mini golfing yesterday, which I thought was super fun. And with other players just not really acting as teammates, but also as friends too, will really help them just make those plays even stronger on the field. And John also filled me in on a bonfire that they actually attended last night as well. So, just doing the fun things and paying attention on the little things and just making sure that they're still putting effort into spending time as a team is really important and really is showing out today as they're working well as a team. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Josie. And it's so cool to see guys, again, you come in as strangers. You're from all over the country playing for different colleges and different conferences at different levels. And you get put on the same team, and all of a sudden you're living with these guys, and you're going to spend your entire summer with them. And it's pretty cool. See, even in their off day, these guys are joined together as family, and they're all hanging out even on the off day.
Yeah, they're hanging out in the off day. And for the team, they were able to go to the Hyannis Fire Department yesterday for a barbecue, which was a really cool experience for them. Got to rappel out of a tower, got to play a little pickleball, and play some cornhole as well. As team was really immersed in themselves, got to be friends and really get to know each other. Especially those off days are so huge because it's a revolving door in summer baseball, and those off days get to know that new player that just walked into the door 2 days ago.
Yeah, another great story from a sideline reporter. But yeah, you see these guys, I mean, and it's chemistry not only matters off the field, but it plays a factor when you're on the field as well. That team chemistry, that communication, and so far, off day playing huge with the Harbor Hawks. Had the wheels turn and now able to find a way to get a lead here at 8-4 as we enter the bottom half of the 6th. Kieran Cahy comes in for another inning of work. Fastball, 95 miles per hour, up in the zone. And a big swing from the Harwich Mariner, Cam Maldonado. Maldonado 0-2 on the day. High leg kick from Cahy. Fastball missing out and away. 1-1. And Jacob Barnes, how did you spend your off day? You know, we talked about the players' off day. Well, what did you do in your off day?
Spent it with you primarily. I lost to you in pickleball. Then we went to the beach. Then I lost also at golf, too.
1-1 breaking ball down the zone. Was it an off golf day for you? Or was it just, good competition?
I don't want to talk about
Sure.
it. Could not. We played a par 3 myself, Mike Maynard, one of our writers, Cole Vellis, Mazdak Davari, our assistant general manager. I couldn't find the green. Couldn't find it.
And Don't know if you got it on camera, but the crazy man doing fist bumps on the air, it's Mike Maynard, who had the day in golf.
Maybe one of the greatest rounds I've ever seen someone put together. His wedge shots go about as high into the air as anybody I've seen, and they will drop right on a dime.
3-1's a fastball. Foul tipped in the glove of Jackson West to nod the count at 3-2. Yeah, what a guy. Mike Maynard's the guy who gets it done, and not bad at pickleball early in the morning, too. Spent the day with him as well.
Yeah, he just had a heck of a day yesterday.
Sure
Just
did.
a really great day athletically, the pickleball courts as well as on the golf course.
That's a 3-2 fastball right in on the hands of Cam Maldonado. Sends him down looking for his second strikeout of the day.
Now batting for Harwich.
Yeah, pitch inside Maldonado. Wasn't a fan of, and he stepped back heading into the dugout. And for Quahi, it's a big opening strikeout there to get ahead here in the sixth.
Next up will be Luke Heyman, the catcher behind the plate for the Mariners. This past spring, split time behind home plate with a familiar name in Brody Donay, both splitting time with the Florida Gators this past spring behind home plate.
And when one wasn't catching, you still needed their bat in their lineup because they provided so much pop to the Florida Gators on their Men's College World Series run.
The 1-0 pitch to him is a breaking ball down the zone. Count moves to 2-0. And you mentioned Jacob Irons. Those guys never found their way out of the lineup, but when he wasn't behind home plate, he would play first. And when Donay was out of the lineup, he was their designated hitter. So that's two bats that, even if they needed an off day, they were going to get half the off day. They're going to be put in the designated hitter spot or play first base. The 2-0 breaking ball, not able to get over top of his Quahi. Count moves to 3-0 here with one out.
We talk about this day and age. It's so important to be versatile and not to show yourself as just a one-trick pony, especially in the catcher position as well later on down the line. So it's really huge that Heyman taking advantage of getting over to first base, being able to extend that repertoire as we've seen from multiple players for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, 3-0 was a flipped over curveball from Quahi. Lands middle down the strike zone for 3-1, but didn't go the fastball there with 3-0. Fastball, 93 on the hands, fouled over down the third base line. Silva working towards the fence, running out of room. And into the crowd over there in the greens for a long, high foul ball, 3-2.
Oh, fans down on the berm on the left field line, a little bit of a hill. Able to look over into the field and use the elevation to their advantage. Some natural bleachers.
Quahi able to get back into this at bat, 3-2. Two straight strikes, and it's going to be a fastball up in the zone. Hit high and deep into the left field. Josh Tate standing under it, calling off his guys and getting another high fly ball for out number 2.
That's a hard hit ball that went above the lights here as really night is starting to set in here at White House Field. So anything above these lights is going to be tough for these outfielders. Tate doing a good job to follow it just as it skimmed above the lights for a quick sec to bring it right back down for the second out.
First two go down in order for the Mariners. It'll be Vincent Fattor, who walked back in his last plate appearance. And this has been the third time where these three have led off the inning. Back in the second, Cam Maldonado led off the inning, worked a 1-2 inning. And then back in the fourth, Cam Maldonado led off, grounded out to Lodi's. And then now in the sixth, these three guys lead off once again.
They are getting used to starting off and being the do-ups here in these half innings. But for Hyannis, they've done a good job of handling them and making them quick half innings when they're up. Quahi's doing a good job here. Gets himself ahead with that foul back pitch.
Yeah, being able to limit the damage with these guys who have been swinging it well so far this summer. Vincent Fattor able to work the walk last time, and that's a hard breaking slider and a half swing from Fattor, not able to hold back on it. And Quahi up in the count here, 0-2 with 2 outs. Right-handed batter Fattor in the box, hitting .250 on the summer. Little hesitation, breaking ball down the dirt, gets behind Jackson West, 1-2.
Yeah, pitch that just got away from him there, and West does a good job fending it off. Doesn't really need to do anything extra and try and exert himself with bases cleared here.
And Kahi doing his best Nestor Cortez impression, held the leg lift and did a little double pause. I see his next pitch is a fastball up in the zone, trying to climb the ladder, counts 2-2.
I just don't know how you do that as a pitcher. Like, I know you're a college pitcher, Nico, but you'd have to have good balance and have to have good core stability. Can't miss core day or miss planks if you want to do that.
The 2-2 fastball spiked into the ground. And Fator has found himself back into this count. Previous batter, Luke Heyman, up in the count 3-0. But then Fator working the opposite way, down 0-2, able to work a 3-2 count here with 2 outs.
Trying to make this a 1-2-3 inning.
Kahi to 3-2, fastball up in the zone. Did he go? No, he did not. And Fator has worked himself into back-to-back walks.
Yeah, Fator did a good job there.
Now batting for Harwich, the shortstop from Boston.
Thought about going out of the release of the hand, but with the 90-mile-an-hour pitch, realized it was going to stay high up by his eyes and pulled back at the last second. It's a good job not to swing through it and put too much pressure on it.
And next up will be the shortstop, Sam McNulty. Mariners going to try to get another 2-out rally going, which is where they produced 2 of their runs back in the first. Able to scratch some runs across with 2 outs. First pitch is a strike to the Boston College man. Pick off over to first base. Goes back in sliding as Fator.
I think they're close every time, but I don't think you think the same as me.
That one wasn't as close, but there's been a few. There have been a few that have been close calls over there.
You just look in a smile every time.
Fastball in on the hands. Big swing from McNulty. Count moves to 0-2. There have been close plays, but I see you get really worked up, and it's kind of funny. But they are close plays, though, especially a few of them in that previous inning. But that one in medium, but still got a reaction out of you, which you love to see. Jacob Byron's always animated over there. Hard line drive to Lodis. Lodis a tall catch. What a jump from Alex Lodis. Able to extend and make the play. What a play from Alex Lodis to get out of the inning.
Lodis using all of his 6'1" frame to go up and climb the ladder. It finds Webb, and it is a Webb gem for the Florida State Seminole. That's the end of 6. We're going to 7. Harbor Hawks leading by 4.
Hey Cape Cod, we're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've serviced over 5,300 customers on and around Cape Cod for almost 40 years. We install and service your heating and cooling system, and our #1 goal is to ensure we do the best job we possibly can to make our customers happy.
You have the triple cheerleading squad for Bork sitting here. They repaired our heating system, took care of our air conditioning system, and they set something up with the remote system that they installed for us as well. Yay, yay, yay for Bork. We love them.
Give us a call when you're in need of HVAC services. Hope you enjoy the game.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes has like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Back here for the top of the 7th after that reach and grab from the 6'1" Seminole Alex Lodis to get out of the 6th inning. And it'll be John Gazdar due up for the lefty-righty matchup.
As this game gets lighter, you don't want to start saying it, but it could potentially be John Gazdar's last AB for the Harbor Hawks.
I was thinking about saying it, but really didn't want to. I think it kind of hurt to say.
Yeah, it really does hurt. It's been such a great player, and for me, I called on the parking lot preview today a home run for Gazdar. Fingers crossed for him and for everyone involved that he's able to go out with a bang.
And he had the green light earlier. Here it counts 3-0 to John Gazdar. Jack Bowery still on the mound for the Mariners. And a big swing, hard ground ball up the middle. McNulty reaching over towards second base and able to throw it over to the first baseman Scandal for out number 1.
Gazdar is able to go attack a pitch that he just doesn't get all of it and grounds it over to McNulty for the routine ground out.
And for him having the green light 3-0, I mean, that shows you how much, one, the coaching staff may trust him, how much John trusts himself at the plate. It's the confident hitter at the plate, and it's going to be Eric Snow, another confident hitter for the Harbor Hawks.
Aaron Meshulam starting to go through his motions in the Harbor Hawks bullpen.
The 1-0 to Eric Snow, breaking ball. Tries the back door. It stays behind the door. 2-0. Eric Snow, 1 for 3 on the day. Hit a double. Also grounds a double play. 2-0 to him is fouled off over first base dugout. Still up in the count here, 2-1.
Yeah, took a healthy hack there. Trying to poke it out of the zone for him. Just couldn't get it into fair territory.
2-1, the changeup down the zone and flipped using his hands, and that'll be a base hit up the middle for Eric Snow.
Such a great play by Eric Snow. It's a grounder that just shoots right back up the middle and rolls off the pitcher's mound and uses it as a ramp to skirt into center field. Out of the reach of McNulty and Kirtland along with Carter. Snow's aboard now. The Harbor Hawks trying to extend their lead to 5.
Jackson West at the plate, lefty-lefty matchup. But the only way Eric Snow is able to get his hands on that if his approach is out and away. He used his hands right there, reached out for the changeup, kept the barrel long through the zone, able to work it back up the middle. Big swing from Jackson West, just comes up empty on the 89-mile-per-hour fastball.
Talk about a healthy hack from Eric Snow. That is a A-plus doctor's physician healthy hack right there.
1-1 to Jackson West. It's another big swing. 1-2 count here as Bowery seems to be attacking with fastballs here early. But what a job from Bowery thus far. 4 1/3 innings pitched. His fastball's fouled off from Jackson West as he just uses hands and spoils the fastball down the way to extend this AB. But Jack Bowery, great job so far. 4 1/3 innings pitched, 75 pitches, 2 strikeouts. Did give up a couple runs last inning with 2, but still able to extend into this late part of the game now.
He's done such a great job. You think about coming into the bullpen, having to reach into it early. Ever since then, has really done a great job.
And Eric Snow on the slider takes second base and gets another stolen bag for himself on the year.
Yeah, got a great jump on that pitch. Went in fingertips first into second base in time to beat out the throw, and now he's in scoring position for West.
Gets his second stolen base of the summer. Jackson West, another foul ball straight back behind the press box. We'll do it again here at 2-2.
For Hyannis, a 2-game skid right now currently. Harwich on a 4-game losing skid. Both these two teams trying to correct themselves at a big point, the halfway point of the summer.
The 2-2 and the lefty-lefty matchup misses down and away. Count is 3-2. Jackson West, 5 RBIs to his name this summer. Eric Snow, a guy who can move well over at second base. 3-2 up and in, and Jackson West, big swing. Can't connect. And there goes 2 down for the Harbor Hawks.
I can't connect on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball up by the cookie jar. Does a good job. Bowery does. Reaching up and extending the zone. Still reaching back here as he looks in to this 7th inning.
And that was his 80th pitch, still hitting the 90s. his first pitch to the TCU Horned Frog. Anthony Silva, 92 miles per hour, just missing arm side. Out and away to Anthony Silva. Anthony Silva, 2 for 2 on the day. Has had himself a 2 RBI night with a double. The 1-0 is a changeup. Tries to pull the string on Anthony Silva, but just missing out and away. This may not be a guy you want to get into a hitter's count with the way he's been swinging the bat.
Yeah, Silva's been playing well here into this second game.
And there's a big swing right there, but he sends that one foul over first base dugout. Still up in hitter's count here at 2-1. Mariners 1 out away. Trying to keep the score at 8-4, keep it 1 swing away. The southpaw sets, takes a peek over to Eric Snow. And the leg lift. It's a changeup staying up in the zone, but it's Silva. Just comes up and misses the barrel, fouls it off once again over the first base dugout.
Yeah, Silva doing a great job to fight here in this at-bat.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner on second and Snow. Change up down in the zone. Anthony Silva flips it on over to the pitcher Bowery. Bowery flips it over to Scannell. And the Harbor Hawks strand 1 here in the top of the 7th. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. We'll see if the Mariners, and we'll stretch. Just as Jacob Byron is showing once again, the score is 8-4, Harbor Hawks lead.
Your future begins at Dean College.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader.
Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
And with it being the bottom of the 7th, it's time to take a look around the league. It's Wareham right now in the top of the 8th, taking care of business against the Chatham Anglers 8-0. Then there's only one other game on the docket today with 4 teams having a day off. Brewster took down Katuitt 4-3 in that contest over at Lowell Park. That rounds out today's Around the League on this Tuesday, the July 9th.
So for Wareham, that'll improve their record to 14-5. But then Katuitt staying with 12 wins, now at 12-8, allows the Harbor Hawks to gain a game on them. But the Wareham Gatemen staying hot and continue to lead in the first.
Yeah, Wareham just over this last stretch have started to really pull away from everybody in the West, along with YD as well in the East. They sit at 14-6. Chatham, the next closest team, at 10-9 right now. It's really the leaders setting the pace, but we've only played halfway here as we sit in this 20th game. There's going to be a lot of baseball left to be played on this back end, and important baseball with that.
It's going to be huge if the Harbor Hawks can maintain this 4-run lead. Bullpen so far able to put up some zeros. So Kieran Kahi comes in for his 3rd inning of work, 41 pitches to his name. 2 strikeouts, only 1 run given up. The 0-1's a breaking ball to the right-handed hitter. One here to the leadoff, Bristol Carter, 2 for 3 on the day. 3 stolen bases to his name. This is a guy you're going to want to keep off the base paths. 1-1 slider, backs up on the right-handed pitcher, Kahi, but still catching that inner corner. And this is going to be a big out here with the leadoff, Bristol Carter due up. As a chopper to John Gazar. John gets the candy hop, flips on over to Michael DeTalo for out number 1.
And Gazdar goes over to his throwing shoulder side to grab the hopper. Great job, fields it and fires cleanly.
And with Bowery throwing 5 innings from the bullpen, their bullpen for the Mariners will get hot and active. And it's a right-hander up and going, number 25, Andrew Evans, for the Mariners. We'll see if they let the southpaw Bowery go another one with Nick Groves due up for the Harbor Hawks left-handed bat. First pitch to Curlin, high fly ball to the right field. And almost overrunning it is Nick Groves, making the circus catch over there in right field. And that is out number 2.
Nick Groves makes a diving grab. Reaches back for it, overran it a little bit, does a good job to come back for it, and lays all out for that one. Second out.
That's a big play right there. Diving catch. Did he fall? Did he dive for it? It's a close play. Jacob Irons, you almost could have called it. I know that's a close one right there. I mean, what are they going to rule at there?
I think he has grace, and he intended to make sure he got back, so that was a dive.
First pitch to Ryan Weingardner, hit down the third base line. Anthony Silva ranging towards it. The ball spinning back, and another diving play after almost overrunning is Anthony Silva. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kieran Kahi. Keeps the game staying at 8-4 as we enter the 8th.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes, so like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
Back here, Jack Bowery's evening will be done. It'll be number 25, Andrew Evans, on the mound for the Mariners. Kansas State product out of North Carolina, 6'5", 245 right-handed pitcher. So far this summer, this will be his 4th appearance, all coming out of the bullpen. 7 innings under his belt, 10.29 ERA. 3 strikeouts, 6 walks. The only problem with him has been his command. He's been dotting up hitters so far this summer. It's just going to look out for that walk total.
And he's going to have to go up against disciplined batters here in Nick Groves, Josh Tate, and Kane Kepley, who are all due up here in this top of the 8th in a big spot. Hyannis up 8-4 right now. Feel comfortable where they sit, but you would love to get it away from a one-swing ball game.
Lefty batter Nick Groves, first pitch, fastball, fouled off.
I'd like to apologize to our listeners. I may have persuaded that it was a diving grab. It was more of like a falling back grab. On the parking lot preview today, I said Nick Groves was going to get a diving grab. And
hard line drive from Nick Groves right to the glove of McNulty for out number 1.
And I like to see the positive. Not everyone likes to see the positive there, so I retract my previous statement. But hey, watch the parking lot previews. Always a fun time. Today was a lot of fun. First time I was able to join Mike and Matt on the show before the game.
Hate to see it, Jacob Irons.
Yeah, I hate to see it.
It's a tough one, buddy.
But I'm willing to wear it.
First pitch, Josh Tate. Cutter out and away. That's going to be a good pitch for Andrew Evans. He's going to be a fastball, cutter, curve, changeup guy. He loves to throw that cutter against righties. We see it back-to-back right there, moving away from the right-handed batter, Josh Tate, and it's quickly up ahead 0-2.
I got a cutter that's touching 87 there with some strong movement as well.
Triples backs too. That's three cutters in a row from Andrew Evans and gets the strikeout looking.
Josh Tate goes happy, goes back unhappy, and did a good job of a look there, but now it's Kane Kempley. He's been quiet today, but did work a walk nonetheless.
Kane Kempley 0 for 3 in the day. Walks back in the 6th, using the same bat as Josh Tate. Quick little exchange there between Tate and Kempley using the white ash bat.
Oh, come on, Connor.
And for Kempley,
the 0-1 fastball up in the zone. Gets behind Luke Heyman.
it's a swing and a miss from Kane Kempley. Moves the count to 1-2, the Liberty Flame. Here on this overcast night here at White House Field.
That's back-to-back cutters from Evans. High fly ball ranging over to his Cade Curlin, calling him off and making the play for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning from Andrew Evans coming in and putting up another 0 for the Harwich Mariners bullpen. And let's send it over to wearing the jersey, striped jersey for the Harbor Hawks, Matt Coates.
Thanks for that, Nico. Guys, today I wish it were a home game so you guys could see the heat on the feet for the Hyannis Harbor Hawks. A few new pairs of cleats in the lineup today. First one to Josh Tate. Saw a fresh new pair, white and black cleats, and I said, Josh, new cleats today? He said, yeah. He's like, after that slip in Orleans, you guys might remember, he's in left field, stumbled a little bit, still able to get the grab. And he's like, I needed a new pair. I needed to do it. I said, Josh, that might be more in the conditions than the cleats, but I respect it. Guys, he has 2 RBIs today, 2 hits, beat out an infield single to bring in a run. So, hey, I think the cleats are working, that's for sure. And then Eric Snow, gorgeous pearly white Nikes. I mean, they haven't seen a speck of dirt yet, guys. First at bat, double, a few feet away from a homer. So, hey, keep doing your thing, Snowy. And not in the lineup tonight, guys, but Dalton Bargo, fresh, all-white Air Force One cleats, Jordan 1 cleats, excuse me. Big fan of those. I had to let him know. I said, hey, Bargo, loving the cleat game. Didn't look too new, but they were still nice. So I think we gotta keep watching out for these cleats because new cleats are working so far. Let's see if more guys, hit Dick's Sporting Goods, get a few fresh pairs of cleats and get out there.
Thank you, Matt Coates, and looking fresh yourself.
What do you got on for shoe game today?
Got the striped jersey and
got some Nike Air Forces on.
Nice.
I've had them for a bit. They've been cleaner for sure. Not as white. Not as fresh. Maybe I need to go get a fresh pair of kicks, get my batting average up.
Maybe that would get your hit average way higher.
Maybe I should talk to Mitch Gallagher, see, hey, if I get a fresh pair of pearly whites, can I get an at-bat?
I think that's a fair trade.
The worst thing that happens is I maintain 0 at-bats on the summer. So,
yeah, that's the worst case scenario.
That's what I'm saying. So, I think we'll get it done.
You already have the jersey to pay it off. I mean, you're suited up. You need some the striped pair, the pennies going all the way down, and you're ready to go.
Look, I can't confirm, but I'd say there's a solid chance you could find me wearing a pair of pinstripe pants out there. So maybe if I have the full ensemble, Coach has no choice. But, guys, our new signing, Peebles, wears the number 15. So a little bit of a worry there. Only one can stay. He has a national championship. I'm a Division III lacrosse player. Who would you rather have on your Cape League roster? tough choice there.
It's a great question. Let me sleep on it.
Okay, thank you, Nico.
And I'll get back to you, Coach. Yeah, we'll let you know back at home tomorrow night.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much, Nico.
First pitch to Matt Scannell is a strike. 0-1. Kahi comes in. Or no, it's going to be Aaron Mashulam coming in for his first inning of work for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, the Michigan State Spartan has done a good job coming out of the bullpen in relief and trying to close out this one for the next 2 innings here with Harbor Hawks sporting a 4-run lead here in the home half of the 8th.
1-1 down in the zone. 2-1 count here to the left-hander. So far, Matt Scannell, 2 for 2 on the day. Had the RBI sac fly. Ground ball up the middle here. Ranging over his Lodis to his glove side and making the play over second base for out number 1.
Yeah, great play by Lodis. Ranges over the hole behind second base. Gets the glove down. Fields it with the alligator. Closes it up. Makes that throw over to Ditalo in time. Someone that's also got impeccable shoe game is you, sir, Nico Sharp. You have the shoes for everything. Whether it's clay tennis, he's got the shoes. If he's got pickleball shoes, he's got the shoes. Broadcasting shoes, he's got the shoes. Got a shoe for everything.
Yeah, I know I've developed in the shoe game here a little bit. I mean, I don't have anything great on today. Just the Nikes that, have been my athletic shoes as the first pitch to Jake Ogden's a strike down in the zone. But, I try. I got to try, to do my best. But, I can't keep up with some of these guys. You have some of these guys who put on fits every day. Shout out Mikey Lucario as that fastball runs just in on the hands, catches the elbow of Jake Ogden. And he's not a guy who's going to wear an elbow shield. And that'll just run inside 90-mile-per-hour fastball in on the hands.
And athletic training staff will come out to assess the future Miami Hurricane.
Looks like it caught him maybe on the tricep or right above the elbow. They're taking a look at it now. Trainer came in smiling. Looked like Ogden might have made a joke as she entered. Still smiling.
Yeah, that assessment was, I'm going to go take first. That's what that assessment was. He quickly, after a minute to catch his breath, wires one off the elbow. Makes the jog down and over to first base.
One out here in the bottom half of the 8th. Cam Maldonado due up. First pitch. Breaking ball staying up in the zone. 1-0.
Yeah, Maldonado out of Northeastern, the right fielder. Part of that Husky program that produced such great talent.
And he sends that one over left field. Josh Tate ranging back, and he will run out of room. And that is a 2-run home run for the right fielder, Cam Maldonado.
Just like that, the talent is shown for Cam Maldonado. No doubter beyond the left field wall. Wow, what a shot. It got out of here in a hurry. Now that changes the ball game here a little bit. It's now 8-6 with Hyannis leading by 2. What once was a 4-run lead now shrinks to 2 off that monster shot from Cam Maldonado. And the Harwich Mariners showing a little bit of life here.
Still 5 outs remaining in this ball game. Luke Heyman up here with 1 out, and that's Cam Maldonado's first home run of the summer. Had 8 this past spring. Luke Heyman, who's 0 for 3 on the day, will try to get his name on the scoreboard. High fly ball towards left field. Ranging to it is Josh Tate, calling it off and making the play for out number 2.
Yeah, Tate gave it a long run all the way to the left center field gap between the two of them, and finally got his glove under it and able to make the grab. As Vittori stands in and has been very disciplined today. 2 walks, had a grounder back out to Galan in the second when he was in the game.
First pitch to him is a breaking ball. Swinging, but to no regard. And he comes in with a brown jersey. As many times as he's been sliding over there at first base. Had 4 pickoff attempts to him. A couple close plays. And the breaking ball once again gets him 0-2. But you look at his jersey. That jersey was once cream, and that is brown from chest down. 0-2 here with 2 outs. Goes back to the breaking ball, but Vittori able to take that one down in the zone.
Yeah, they're going to need some strong detergent tonight to get that one clean. It is fully dirt covered.
1-2, goes back to it. Gets him going down swinging. And after the 2-run home run from Cam Maldonado, it is just a 2-run game here as we enter the 9th. Score is 8-6. Harbor Hawks still lead.
This will be your college. This will be your home. This is where you will join a community that supports you, cares about you, pushes you, cheers you on, challenges you, inspires you, helps you reach your dreams. Open your eyes to opportunity and your mind to possibility. Your future begins here.
Make a difference.
Leave your mark.
Break the mold.
Be a leader. Achieve unimagined heights.
Believe in yourself.
Make lifelong friends.
This is your time.
Your place.
Your home. Your Dean.
It all starts here at Dean College.
Welcome you back to White House Field. It's 8-6 now after that 2-run shot from Cam Maldonado. For Hyannis, a big half inning to try and respond back, grab a couple more runs, and get themselves in position to walk away with the win.
And they're going to rely on this Kansas State arm, Andrew Evans, coming in for second inning. It's going to be so important. They put up 2 runs here, not to allow more runs to come across for the Harbor Hawks. And they always say, if you're 2 runs down, you're a bloop and a blast away. All you got to do is get a blooper hit, a soft hit, find a way on it any way you can, and a home run, a good, well-timed home run, tied the game all of a sudden. And that's the situation we found ourselves in here, and it's going to be up to Andrew Evans to put the Harbor Hawks down in order with Alex Lodis leading off here in the top of the 9th. First pitch to him is a breaking ball in the dirt.
For Evans, he's going to have to go attack the heart of this Harbor Hawks lineup here. When you look at Lodis, Tatalo, and Gazdar right now due up in this half inning. There's some serious power there.
Chopper to Lodis right over the head of Evans and making the play for McNulty, but not in time with the speedy Alex Lodis running down the 90.
Runs off the glove of Evans. McNulty doing a good job to provide backup there. Got caught in the infield graphs once it went off the gloves of Evans and made a really close play, probably closer than what it should have been by McNulty. And Lodis' speed's able to beat it down the line, and Harbor Hawks have the leadoff man aboard.
Yeah, just how it was important for the Mariners to put up a 0 here. It's going to be nice for the Harbor Hawks if they can tack on a few runs to give themselves some insurance.
Yeah, if they can get themselves a crooked number here, can quiet it heading into a big game against Falmouth tomorrow. Once again, a West-on-West matchup.
Talking to call time, and so far from Andrew Evans, when he's attacking these right-handed batters in the box, it's going to be a lot of cutters. Working, that's going to act as a slider, just have a little more velo behind it. And there it was right there. Cutter to Michael Totalo, fouled straight back into the fence. Count moves to 0-2. And Evans, we saw him use it earlier against Josh Tate. He likes to work cutters middle away, late in the count, and may try to put it off the plate here. 0-2. There it was, off the plate. Count moves 1-2.
Sometimes I think I sit next to the 8-ball of pitching, Nico Sharp. One moment when I think, yeah, maybe he'll do that. Always certain that he does it. There's never been a time like, ooh, no.
1-2. Runner gets put in motion. Ball hit to right center field. Maldonado ranging under towards the fence. Making the play for out number 1. Making his way back to first base will be Alex Lodis.
Now, Lodis was in motion there, and then with the high fly ball to Maldonado, he waited halfway through. And right now, John Gazzo is going to stand in, and Harbor Hawk dugout knows what this is. This will be his last AB. They're going to try and send him out with a memorable one.
1 out here in the top of the 9th. 2-run ball game comes up, and a pretty big opportunity to be able to extend this inning here with 1 out. And what could be his last plate appearance as a Harbor Hawk. 1-0, leg lift from Evans. Ball hit down in the zone, low and away, 2-0, and that dugout coming out alive for in a big moment here with John Gazzar at the plate.
Give him a strike.
2-0 count here to the Austin P. Governor, John Gazdar. That's going to be a cutter missing out and away. And Gazdar has been ahead in the count 3-0, 2 times so far this game, both times having the green light. And Evans a 3-0. Big swing, ground ball up the middle towards McNutty. Flipped on over, and that's going to be a double play for John Gazdar, and that's going to be a pitcher's best friend from Andrew Evans. And 3 outs away. Here the score is 8-6 as we enter the bottom of the 9th.
This week we've been working a lot with doing play-by-plays, just doing behind-the-scenes stuff with sports broadcasting, which I never really realized how much went into it, but it's been really cool.
They've grown a lot. I've never really done like a program like this before, so like seeing all the behind-the-scenes have like really grown.
I've learned how to really just gain confidence in my play-by-play speaking, and I've learned more terms here when it comes to directing and producing, and I've just had a great time with John Rook.
Doing the play-by-play stuff and all that, being with a guy like John Rook, understanding what like the major kind of entails doing this camp, just really a preview for what you do here at Dean or any other college doing broadcasting, so I'm definitely more prepared to make this a job of mine.
Aaron Meshulam comes in for his second inning for the Harbor Hawks. It's 3 outs away so far this summer, 2.84 ERA. It's his 4th appearance. 6 1/3 innings pitched so far for him, and 5 strikeouts and 3 walks is the ratio he'll be working with.
Yeah, and on top of that, he's going to face 9-1-2. If you want to start a rally, this is the part of the lineup you want to try and start it with. You got Sam McNulty, who's 0 for 2 today with a walk, but has power in his bat to try and get one in. And then you have Bristol Carter, who's been serious today in the box.
Sam McNulty, the shortstop from Boston College, 0 for 2 on the day, has worked a walk and scored.
for Hyannis. They're trying to avoid another 9th inning giveaway. They had a tough one against Katua where 2 runs were able to come across in the top of the 9th and then would lose their most previous game in the 10th 7-4, allowing 3 in that extra inning.
2-0 count here to McNulty, the shortstop. Fastball in on the hands for strike 1. Big swing from McNulty.
For Hyannis, trying to correct themselves, get back to winning ways on a 2-game losing streak, coming off the off day before they start 6 games in 6 days here over this stretch.
2-1's a fastball. Foul tipped in the glove of Jackson West. Score is 8-6. Harbor Hawks 12 hits. The Mariners 7. It's going to be a fastball down in the dirt. Taken for a ball, and it's full count here. And this is a big leadoff opportunity for the Mariners, or could be a big out for Hyannis.
That's a big 3-2 coming in, 159. The Harwich Mariners were hitting in a 3-2 count.
McNulty, the 3-2. Breaking ball down the dirt. Did he go? No, he didn't. And the leadoff man is on. The tying runner of Bristol Carter is at the plate.
And now that sets up for the tying run to Bristol Carter. And now he drew it up for Aaron Meshulam, but we'll also call in a pinch runner here for Harwich.
Pinch running for Harwich, number 15.
It'll be Tommy Barth, East Tennessee State man, has 6 stolen bases in the spring. Now already has 3 so far this summer through his 12 games he's played in.
That's definitely a guy in the base pass you want, and if Bristol Carter is able to find his way on, that's another guy you're going to want to be for the tying run. First pitch, a changeup inside for a strike to lead off Bristol Carter.
From Meshulam, got to try really hammer the zone here against Carter.
And the 0-1, another changeup down in the zone. 0-2.
79-mile-an-hour changeup there that does a good job to freeze Carter. Meshulam's ahead now at that 0-2 spot.
0-2 so far, no stolen base attempt from Barth. 80-mile-per-hour changeup again, fouled straight back.
Do you see Barth steal? I don't know if you necessarily see Barth steal and risk losing the runner on, especially since the tying run is in the box in Carter. I think you want, if you're the Harwich Mariners, keep your man aboard for as long as you can and not try and do too much on the base pass. Want speed if the ball's put in play. Not going to try and manufacture it when it's 2 runs.
And the 0-2 down, missing low. Not chasing his Bristol Carter. 1-2 count here with nobody gone. Infield playing straight up. Outfield at normal depth as well. Bristol Carter, foul ball down the left field line. Anthony Silva ranging to it and going to run out of room over there down the third base line. Bristol Carter, 2 for 4 on the day. 2 base hits, 3 stolen bags on the day. Is going to be the big highlighter if he's able to find his way on. And both times he's gotten a hit has come across to score. And that's thanks to his base running and his aggressiveness. Meshulam, the 1-2. Chopper to Lodis, the shortstop. Flips it to Gazdar. Gazdar throws it to first. Safe. Just cannot beat the speedy Bristol Carter, but able to get the lead runner here with 1 out.
Yeah, avoid putting a runner in scoring position. Hyannis does. Bristol Carter is able to beat it down the line, and that's huge for the Harwich Mariners. Keeping the batter in the box. The tying run and brings up Cade Curlin.
Cade Curlin, 1 for 4 on the day. Has an RBI so far in a speedy Bristol Carter over at first base. And like you mentioned, Jacob Byers, not necessarily a time where you're going to try to steal, especially with the tying run. At the plate, wouldn't want to give that up. So you only give a guy like Bristol Carter the green light if he absolutely has it timed up, which so far he has. It takes him about 2 to 3 pitches every time a new arm is in to get the pitcher timed up. 1-0 count to Cade Curlin. Breaking ball, foul tipped into the glove of Jackson West, and we stand even at 1-1.
And now the 1-1, Meshulam working ahead, and it's huge for him to open up for that changeup, to be ahead and use it to work a little off speed.
And Bristol Carter gets a great jump, a hard ground ball up the middle, and that gets through to center fielder Kane Kepley. And rounding second base will be Bristol Carter, and that is a beautifully timed hit on the stolen base attempt. And now runners are at the corners for the Mariners.
Number 2, Ryan Weingartner.
Curlin does a great job to send that one right back up the middle. And with Carter in motion, he now stands at third. And Mitch Carricker is going to motion to the bullpen to bring in the warming Blaine Wink. We were told, we'll tell you about the Ohio State Buckeye when we return, in a big spot here in the bottom of the ninth at White House Field.
Hello there, Cape Cod. We're Bork Heating and Cooling. We've been around for 38 years and counting and have served over 5,300 customers. We specialize in the installation and service of your HVAC systems. Our favorite part of the job is making sure our customer is 100% satisfied.
We've been using Bork Heating and Cooling for over 20 years now. They've installed our furnace, our central air conditioning, and our hot water heater. Their service department is great, and I'd highly recommend this company to anyone.
We hope to hear from you. Give us a call anytime. Go Harbor Hawks!
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.
And the Harbor Hawks going to go with a new arm, right-handed pitcher Josh Auk, wearing number 36 from Southern Miss. So far, this is his only second outing, comes in a very high leverage situation. 1 appearance, 2 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 0 ERA, no earned runs given up so far. Comes in a very big moment here, Jacob Irons.
Very big moment indeed, Nico. Tying run looms at first in Cade Curlin. Hyannis does have 1 out to their name. They're going to have to try and find 2 more to walk out of here and pick up their 11th win of the summer. It's a big moment and a big spot for Josh Auk. He's put in this position once, getting a save for Southern Miss back in the spring. In line for it here right now. And Ryan Weingartner, Penn State product, is going to have big at-bat here for everybody involved, no matter what side you're on. It's a huge moment in this game.
Hawk high leg kick, 3/4 delivery, first pitch slider, in for a strike. Slider inside, catching that inner corner. Hawk has a pretty high leg kick, 3/4 arm slot. And the 0-1, another leg kick, slider, just missing the bat of Weingartner. Hawk quickly up ahead, 0-2.
And for Hawk, that one save came in a big moment for Southern Miss. It was in the Sun Belt Conference Tournament versus Troy. With a scoreless 9th inning, he was able to close that game out. And really need him to do that here for the Harbor Hawks in a big one.
An 0-2 fly ball towards right field, ranging to his Datala. Will he have room? And that ball just touching grass on the other side of the fence, and we'll do it again at 0-2. Weingartner 1 for 3 on the day, has a walk, but doubled in the first and would score in his first plate appearance back in the first. 0-2 here, still 1 out. Runners at the corners. Another leg kick, slider missing away. Jackson West making a very athletic play, diving to save a run.
Good job by Jackson West. Talked about it earlier in the broadcast today, Nico. White House Field, deep backstop. That would have put Kurland into scoring position, which is the tying run that stands at first.
1-2, 1 out. Now 1-2 from Auk. Slider stays up in the zone. Ball hit high in the air towards center field. Kepley ranging to it, gets under it. And that'll be a sac fly, and they'll trade a run for the out here. Now with 2 outs, score is 8-7.
8-7 ball game, but like you mentioned, there is an out, and Hyannis is 1 away. Great job by Kepley making the throw into Lodis at second. Kurland didn't go really show anything on the move to advance over to second on the tag, so he stands at first. Scannell's got a big AB in front of him with Hyannis looking for that final out and pick up a win.
And he's had a big day so far, 2 for 3. Runner goes, gets behind the glove of Jackson West. Alex Lodis, great heads-up play, faking the tag over at second base to make sure that the runner on first and Kurland goes in sliding, because with that stolen base, he could have easily rounded second going to third. Again, deep backstop, chain link fence. It's not going to be brick. It's not going to bounce back to you. It's going to kill the ball, have it stay right here on the warning track. Very heads-up play by Lodis, faking the tag to force Kurland to go in sliding.
He goes in sliding there, but now opens up the possibilities here with his speed, now in scoring position. Hawks in a big spot here.
And Scannell going to try to continue his big day with 3 RBIs so far. The 1-0 is a slider that misses arm side from the right-hander, Auk. Stays away, counts 2-0. Scannell, a big left-handed batter in the box, 2 base hits, and had a sac fly, RBI. Kurland's a guy who's got pretty good wheels. Over there at second base, now in scoring position. 2-1 fastball, 93, catch the corner.
Yeah, great pitch down and a low and away onto the nibbling corner to get a 93-mile-an-hour fastball for the first strike against Scannell.
2-1, Scannell still in a hitter's count. Got to be careful, could have a big swing here. He's had a great day, been on time all day long. Big fastball, 94 miles per hour. Big swing from Scannell. Counts even at 2-2.
Auk reached back for that one there to deliver a big 94-mile-an-hour fastball that was low and outside again. Outer part of the zone. Here's a big 2-2.
And this pitch could change the game one way or the other. The 2-2 leg kick from Auk. High fly ball to center field. Kepley not having to move much, ranging under it and getting out number 3. And that's your ball game. The Harbor Hawks able to hold off in a close one. Harbor Hawks get the win, 8-7.
Yeah, right the ship after a 2-game losing skid after the off day. Pick up a big one. The Harwich Bats came a knock in late, had a 2-run homer from Maldonado in the 8th, got one off that sacrifice fly, but it's Josh Auk who comes in, able to hit him with the stiff arm, and Hyannis walks away winners, heading into a big 2-game homestand against Falmouth and Cotuit on Wednesday and Thursday.
And able to find a way to win, and we have to look back at this game. Win by 1 run, Josh Tate beating out that infield single. That allowed a run to score on his in that inning, and then he came around later to score, and that was all done with 2 outs. So if he gets that routine out, Harbor Hawks, if you look back at it, lose this ball game.
Yeah, there was a huge play there. Josh Tate with his speed. We've talked about it, been an impact guy from the moment he got here. He showed his impact tonight for Hyannis, picking up a very big win as they begin their second half of the summer.
It's going to be huge to go on off after the off day, find a way to get the victory right there in a close one. Harbor Hawks get the victory, 8-7, and we'll see you back home tomorrow night. From Nico Sharp, broadcast partner Jacob Byers, from the producers Chase Avery, Dan Bottolino, from the wonderful sideline reporters Matt Coates and Josie Broyles. We'll see you tomorrow night as the Harbor Hawks look to get their second victory in a row. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Here at the Mass State Lottery, we're known for our monster wins. But there's no bigger win than the $1 billion we provide each year to support all 351 cities and towns in Massachusetts. In our game, we know that supporting local businesses and helping communities is how we all win. Because at the lottery, we're all playing for the home team. The Mass State Lottery. Welcome to the state of winning.
When you need to be seen for a minor illness or injury, Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is here for you with high-quality, full-service walk-in care. ER expertise meets urgent care convenience at our 6 urgent care centers, which are staffed by board-certified ER providers and located Cape-wide from Falmouth to Orleans. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care is open daily and offers a cost-saving option for everything from sprains to stitches, with timely treatment in under an hour for most patients. View online wait times at capecodhealth.org/urgent care. Cape Cod Healthcare Urgent Care. Minor emergencies, major attention.